All right, boys.
Hear me okay?
Hey, yeah, and we are live on YouTube, DS, and I can hear you beautifully. What's going on, boys?
What up?
Yo, I didn't see if DS was wearing a Boston Red Sox jersey.
It's a
Never
Cubs
that.
jersey, brother.
Never
Okay,
that.
all right, I couldn't see it.
They played like ass today. The Cubbies did.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
the Cubbies did. Yeah, man, the Padres, bro. I mean, the Padres got the whole MLB behind them, bro. There's no way the Cubs getting through that.
Bro, can you chill out? What do
Right,
you mean?
Harry, bro. Harry coming in here already being Dr.
Bro,
Butt. Can we let us hope a little bit, dog?
it's a dirty game, bro. Pisses me off. You think I don't want to see the Cubbies through, bro?
Come on, man. You see the hat, you see the jersey, Harry.
Let's
You're,
go.
you're breaking our hearts, brother. Stop with that nonsense. This guy. Fucking, it's the UFC 320 week, Harry. We're trying to be lit, dog. We're trying to be excited
Let's go.
and all this shit. I'm creating a link so we can share this real quick. Let me see here.
Harry, what teams do you actually like follow? Like that, like you give a fuck about, or are you just all? Are you? Is it like? Or are
No,
you
I
so
follow
into
the Tigers,
baseball?
believe it or not. You know, as a New Yorker, that's fucking nuts, huh?
Oh, who?
Yeah, I love the pitching game, bro. I love what the
For who? For
Stafford's
who? I'm sorry, I
doing.
didn't hear you.
The Tigers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I follow the Yankees too, man. You know, but and don't get me wrong, bro. They're actually they're actually a good team. Like statistically, they're doing better off than like 4 or 5 World Series championship teams in their days. I think like better than the Giants back in 2014, 2004, you know, so on and so forth. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they get past the Red Sox. But with all that Juan Soto money, all that trade money, you know, all the money they made off the books this year, like how much more greed can you get? You know, sometimes great players don't get rings, bro. Harper potentially not getting a ring, right? Barry Bonds never got a ring. Ken Griffey Jr. never got a ring. There's a lot of boys that won't get it. You know, are they gonna force this World Series through to get Judge a ring and create that rivalry with Otani? Fuck, bro. I'd be so disappointed, man. I'd be so disappointed. But yeah, man, I really don't think the Yankees get through. But if they get through the Red Sox, they're winning the World Series, bro.
Well, they won tonight.
Yeah, man. Off Chisholm, bro. Chisholm touch on plate 3 centimeters, bro, away from the fucking glove, bro.
Yep.
3 centimeters. Like, was that even supposed to happen? Bro, 90% of all the bets were on the Yankees, not even pre. Also live, bro. Isn't that nuts? That's crazy margins, bro. And now look, the lines are very, dude, a minus 150 for the Yankees on the biggest game of the year for them after coming off 90% betting splits to walk into 90% betting splits. Bro, no one bet the Red Sox, dog. Nobody, bro.
Well, we know they want at least the revenue from a third game. So come on. I mean, that was always going to happen. Do you think Aaron Judge is going to need Tommy John?
Yo, bro, he's hitting, bro. Like not like last year where he fucking froze at the plate and Stanton and fucking,
last year was bad.
Yo, last year was a mess. You saw that?
Yeah, that was pathetic. And
Holy
after doing what he
shit.
does in the regular season, though the whole team kind of cooled off at the end of the year anyways. So yeah. But we'll see, man. You know, I still think the Cubs can pull it out. They got fucking Yu Darvish pitching tomorrow. So unless it's a Yu Darvish revenge game.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I know, man.
So, all right. Anyways, fellas, we're not here to talk baseball, though. Listen, man, you might get a little bit of everything right here with Harry from Prochmo Bets and the fellas from D107 MMA. Maybe we'll have some other people join us throughout this. You know, who knows? Things happen around here. But you guys want to start talking about UFC 320, which, of course, is this weekend, this Saturday. Huge card. We've got 7 straight weeks, by the way. 7 straight weeks of UFC. This week and 6 more after that. So that's exciting.
Yeah, here's the thing, DS. First and foremost, I think before we get into 320, which, you know, this fight week feels big, right? It has big fight feels. It's been a while since 319, obviously, but that was over a month and a half ago at this point. Big news just dropped moments ago. Conor McGregor says the fight with him and Michael Chandler is official for UFC White House.
Oh, shit. He mentioned the opponent?
He said Michael Chandler at the White House is official. So it's two-pronged question here for both of you fellas. A, is Conor full of shit?
Yes.
And B, are we actually ever going to see Conor McGregor again inside the octagon?
Dude, listen. If fucking Chandler is the guy he's gonna face, Dana's. This shit is pathetic, bro. When you have Max Holloway, a lightweight, and a BMF title, come on, bro.
Yeah, but Max Holloway, you're right. You're absolutely right. I actually that's a great fucking point, Harry. To be honest, I just think that I think that Max Holloway, not Harry. I think that Max Holloway is he's gonna fuck Conor up. Like, I just think he would fuck him up.
Correct.
So I just think Dana doesn't want to see that. I think you only get one more shot at the Conor McGregor experience, right? So if this is it, and I think it is, and again, personally, I will say I don't think this fight happens. I really don't. Yeah, I just think I don't think they want to see him get dominated, right? They want to see how far they can stretch this, because the Conor McGregor money, baby, that money is good, right? So yeah, the Max fight would be much bigger, but I just think that Chandler is just stupid enough and still big of a name enough where Conor's the draw and it's a winnable fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, Michael Chandler's looked awful, right? Michael Chandler's looked terrible in his last few, and then there's a lot of UFC fans that'll say Michael Chandler was never that good. He's like 2-5, 2-6 in the promotion.
He's exciting. He's exciting. That's all. That's really the sell point with him.
Right, and he always has been. And I guess at this point we're gonna sit here and it's like Michael Chandler likes to say, it's like the end of the Ultimate Fighter season 31 or whatever the fuck it was. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna see Conor again, the UFC has to put him in a matchup where he can potentially win. And while Conor has always been a guy that struggled with cardio, right? Conor's a first and second round guy at most. Anytime we see him go deep, never a good Conor McGregor. And especially now, years later, with no training, an injury later, all the extracurricular shit he's been doing, we know Conor's not going to be there in the third, fourth, and fifth, right? He's going to give up if shit goes tough. And I think Michael Chandler is a guy that is somewhat of an approachable matchup for him. I think really what you need to do if you want to guarantee a win is you do Nate Diaz, or you do maybe even Tony Ferguson, which I doubt they do. But I think Nate is the right matchup.
But that's lame, though, bro. You get what? Like, that's so lame.
Of course it is, Harry. But look, that's not for you. You know what I mean?
I get it, man.
That's not for the hardcore. That's not for any of that. I mean, for the hardcores, it's literally just like a step down memory lane. You get to see Nate Diaz. You get to see Conor McGregor. Cool, I guess. It's really more for casual fans, or maybe not even casual fans, maybe newer fans of the sport. I think we all listen, Diaz, I think we always take this for granted and kind of don't think about it, right? If you got into MMA in the last 4 or 5 years, which a lot of people came in with the pandemic boom or whatever, you never really saw Conor McGregor. But yes, we saw 2 fights post-pandemic. It was the 2 Poirier fights, January and July. But dude, that was so long ago. We were there at UFC 264. Think about it. We're at 320 right now.
Yep.
So there's tons and tons of fans that have been watching the sport for multiple years that have never got to experience a Conor McGregor fight. So really, I think it's for them. I think it's for all the new fans. I think Paramount would absolutely love that, because that shit's going to get views. You know what I mean? So that's what I think it's all about. And then for Conor, I guess it's just one more to kind of ride off into the sunset the way you want to, not off of breaking your leg and showing that you don't really belong anymore.
So let me get this right. If I'm not, just correct me if I'm wrong. You believe that no matter what, this one-off fight, it's a one-off, Conor's done after that.
Yeah, because what happens? Okay, let's say he beats Nate Diaz, right?
Let's say it's going to be Chandler, he says. So let's say he beats Chandler.
So first of all, I don't know that.
I'm sorry. Before we move on from the Nate Diaz thing, I just want to say, I think that it's not going to be Nate Diaz. And I agree with you. That's probably more his skill level at this point. I just think that if he does lose to Nate Diaz, it's fucking over.
Yeah, okay, but let's talk about it, right? You beat Michael Chandler. Let's say hypothetically, which I would pick Michael Chandler, unless there was some
still in the rankings, yeah, right? Like towards the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Michael Chandler still like got to be 11-12, somewhere right there. You beat Michael Chandler, and then what? Who are you fighting? Paddy Pimblett? You're getting embarrassed and hurt. Who are you fighting? You know what I mean? Like, who's a big enough fight for you after that at 155? It's Paddy Pimblett. It's Ilia Topuria, which, like, God forbid. You know what I mean?
Right now, by the way.
Huh?
Chandler's 12.
Okay, so Michael Chandler's number 12. Like,
Bro,
you
tough
beat number
40.
12, you're Conor McGregor, you get skyrocketed up. Who do we want to see him fight at 155? Nobody.
He's not getting the
What's
fuck
the end
up.
goal? Yeah, what's the end goal, dude? There's nothing there for him. There's nothing there for him, unfortunately. The old guard is gone. Huh?
Poofy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What's going on? Fight Talk only says new here. Sup,
What's up,
guys?
brother?
What
Welcome.
up, Fight Talk? Welcome to the channel,
welcome.
brother. And yeah.
Yo, ask him. What is his name? Fight Talk. Ask him if he wants to know something about something.
I like
That's
his
his first time visiting?
I like his avatar, by the way. It looks like he's saying spinal.
Damn, okay. I feel that.
I broke my back, spinal. Yeah, we're just I don't know how long you've been watching right now, but we were just talking about Conor McGregor claims that the fight with Chandler is happening at the White House card. How do we see that going? And then Dino Bam Bam right here made Yeah. I mean, I think we all would, except maybe Harry, but I would rather see him fight Nate again too, man. My thing is like, what has Nate been doing? And also, is he even still signed right now?
No, Nate can do what he wants, dude. Nate
I know he's one of those. He's on like a Legends contract, basically. Like,
yeah. I mean, if he did the boxing shit with Jake Paul, and like he could do whatever he wants.
You're right. He's definitely not officially signed, but Dana would definitely let Nate Diaz do a one-off.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
There's no doubt, especially for a Conor trilogy. Yeah, I still like. Let me ask you this: do you think Conor would beat Chandler? And again, I just want to preface: I don't think this fight's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it happens either. I think Michael Chandler smokes him.
Really?
Yeah. How do you not, dude? Like, I understand Michael Chandler's towards the end of his career. I understand he's old. I understand he's been losing to the top guys or whatever. But dog, like, he survived 5 rounds with Charles Oliveira not that long ago. Yeah, he got his ass beat by Paddy Pimblett, but Paddy Pimblett's a bad motherfucker at this point, right? So Conor McGregor, dog, has not fought DS. We were there, dog. We were at 264. That was 2021. This guy's coming back to fight in 2026, man. So I don't know, dude. I don't like it. And then what up to Patricia Leanne Shaw? She says Paddy versus Fiziev. I love that fight. I love Fiziev style, and I think Paddy wins that fight.
Yeah, Paddy's killing him.
Wow, you guys are way too confident in that.
Paddy's smoking him, bro, on the feet. He doesn't even have to grapple, bro. We're just striking, dog. That's it.
And then Fight Talk says Nate being away makes it somewhat fair since Chandler's been active, getting beat up. But yeah, I mean, look, Chandler's activity is something to talk about. I mean, in the last, again, Chandler made his debut on the Conor Dustin card, right? Conor has fought twice since then, or twice total in that time. Getting knocked out by Dustin Poirier, then getting his leg broken by Dustin Poirier. Since then, we've had every Michael Chandler moment in the UFC. All of it. So he's been goddamn active since he came to the promotion. Dude, Conor, we already know with the drinking and the drugs.
Dude, what a crazy fall off though. Like, because here's my thing is like with Conor, like people forget. Like, watch his old interviews. Watch the Conor McGregor documentary on Netflix, right? Like, the mentality is fucking inspirational, dude.
Yeah,
like,
he's a gift.
He's a fucking unbelievable. Like, dude, like I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. Like,
yeah, bro, he's one of the best. He almost had Habib, bro. He actually won a round off of him. No one's ever done it. And if he had round 4 cardio and 5 cardio in him, he probably would have beat Habib, bro.
Do you think it was just, and you could tell Habib like wasn't scared necessarily, but like was more apprehensive than you've ever seen him in another fight too, right? It's just like it just the drugs and alcohol. Did he just get too big for his britches immediately? Like the Floyd fight happened, too much, too big. His personality, like his vices took over, right? Whereas when he was hungry, he kept the vices down. And then when he made his money, is it just as simple as that?
Yeah, it is. That's what it is, right? It's like you got too big for your boots or whatever. Like, dude, he made money. At the end of the day, no one like you can pretend you like.
It's just unfortunate because, fuck, man. Like what I was trying to say is like people forget. Like he's such a good talker. He's such a good orator. He talks the best shit. He's such a draw. People forget like just how fucking skilled he was and how good he was, right? So like. My thing is like, what a shame that we missed out on. I mean, potentially one of the best of all time, right? Like, you know, think about the finishes that he had. He would predict fights, bro. He would call his shots against world champions, multiple world champions, and just with ease, right? Like, it's just a shame.
Look, you can think of it as a shame, but also Conor McGregor, for what it's worth, he's like planted that flag in MMA, man. Like he did something massive that nobody's ever done. The run was somewhat long. It wasn't like a short run by any stretch of the imagination. Like,
I mean, for one of the GOATs, it was, bro. Like,
because we
who else
lost.
has had like Anderson Silva, GSP, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, it's because we lost so much of Conor's prime, right? That's the part that hurts with Conor McGregor. It's not the fact that he's not fighting right now or he hasn't been active lately. It's the fact that when he went to fight Floyd, we lost so many fights in that stretch. That's when he could have fought Tony. That's when, like, if anything, he could have fought 1 or 2 fights after Khabib and got that rematch. That would have been the biggest fight in UFC history. So there's a lot of shit that we missed in that window. I think after that, it is kind of what it is, bro. Like, he had a long run, 2 belts and whatever, but how long did we miss during the Floyd fight? Like, he didn't fight for like a year before that, right? And then he didn't fight for like a year after.
Yep.
Something like that, right? So we missed years of Conor McGregor. And Fight Talk says, I think Chandler can beat McGregor, but it doesn't excite me. Let Nate represent America. I live just outside of DC, and Nate and Connor at the White House would be fun for a week. Look, 100%, bro. And we've been talking about it, Fight Talk. If that happens, if the White House card actually goes down, we're going. We're trying to go for sure.
We're not going to go. How are we going to get into that?
No, not like we're not going to get tickets to the fight, but I'm just saying to be a part. It's International Fight Week. Fair. We usually go to International Fight Week. They'd be doing it in DC this weekend, or for the White House card. That'd be fun. That'd be wild. And look, the Conor Chandler fight doesn't excite me. The Conor Nate fight doesn't excite me. I don't know what excites me with Conor McGregor. And to be real, as a diehard of the sport, I don't care to see Conor McGregor anymore. Yeah. And I say that now, but when it's Conor McGregor fight week, you guys all know it's a completely different vibe. Everyone's excited. Everyone's lit about it. But I just don't see him beating anyone besides Nate, or if they bring back Tony, which I can't imagine happening.
I just want to say, me and you on this very fucking show, right? We years ago said that we're never going to see Conor McGregor fight again. And,
yeah,
and yeah, you're right. I don't miss Conor at this point, right? I think he's a novelty, right? I think to me right now, he's a novelty, right? It's like, oh, that's pretty cool, man. And of course we'll tune in and, and in a weird way, like, I hope he wins, right. It's just like you said, it's probably a one-off, but if he brutally knocks out Chandler, like Chandler gasses, does some stupid shit, Conor still has the precision.
Yeah, but then what? That's the biggest problem.
That's what I'm saying. Then what?
Okay, like, you beat Michael Chandler, you knocked him out. Congratulations. You're getting smoked by Patty. You're getting smoked by whoever's at the top of the division at that point, right? Like, Moicano, I don't mind his chances if he stays up early with Moicano, but he's not going to. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to lose to all those guys. All the guys at the top of the division you're going to lose to. You're older than all of them. You haven't fought, and he loses to Sarukian badly. He loses to Dan Hooker badly.
Is there a world where he fights Islam? Like, just because I know Islam would do it.
No.
But Islam would do it though.
No, yeah.
Islam's not coming back to 55.
No. At welterweight, it's very probable because of Islam's frame. Usman Nurmagomedov, but PFL, he's wider than Islam Makhachev. He's taller than Islam Makhachev. Yeah. So the proportions, the skill, he's got great striking. Islam's got the best striking in the lightweight division. I think historically he's got it because he uses all his limbs. He's improved. You'll see when he gets into this fight with JDM, a boxer. That's pretty much simulating what it would be without a takedown, because he's gonna attempt several JDM on Islam. That's your best shot at what McGregor could be with Islam. Damn, bro, Islam's gonna be a motherfucker in there, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Islam's nice, but yeah, that's a very probable fight, bro, because Islam's much older and his cardio is not quite persuasive.
He doesn't have the aura of invincibility like Khabib did in his prime, for sure.
Exactly.
Look, here's why I think you guys. First of all, Fight Talk says he thinks it's a one and done for Conor for sure.
Yeah, you're probably right. And they're probably going to pay him $50 million.
Right, type shit, and it is what it is. Harry, I completely disagree with you, Harry. I don't see it happening, dog. Like, Conor versus Islam is not happening for so many reasons. Is not happening. Number one, Conor would be a fool to take that fight. You're going to get dog walked and hurt in that fight. Your legacy is going to be tarnished. Your name, your popularity, everything's going to be tarnished.
Yeah, but if he wins by knockout versus Chandler, he's going to get it in his head.
Yes, but
that he's sick again.
That's fine. But now let's look at it from the other perspective. Islam Makhachev. This is a guy. Think about it, man. He just let go of the 55-pound title. And for as much as people want to fucking sit there and pretend that it's, because he's scared of Ilia Topuria or whatever the case is, like, who knows? Maybe. But Islam leaving 155 is a sign to me that he's on the way out. He's on the way out of the promotion. He wants this belt from
Well, he's always said that.
Right, and he's been open about it. And
if you look at his like role model, right?
That's
like
what I'm saying, right? Habib's his mentor. He's going to follow the Habib route, and that's leave with the belt, leave on top, leave early enough to go and enjoy your life and be successful outside of it. They have a factory underneath them. They're just waiting. Usman Nurmagomedov is fighting this week versus Bad News Paul Hughes, which is a badass fight. If Usman wins this rematch against Paul Hughes, you think the UFC's not fucking bringing him over? The UFC's bringing him over. These guys have a factory. They have a sell-by date. And the way they're going to keep churning these guys, they're going to keep doing this for a while, where Usman Nurmagomedov, if everything goes to plan, comes to the UFC, wins the title, and he holds it for 3, 4, 5 defenses.
Yeah, Islam, you're free to go.
And they're going to tell Habib, they're going to tell Usman at that point to move on because the next guy's there. That's their plan. These guys are not going to be fighting till they're 35, 40. That's not their move over there. They want to get in, get out.
Or they pull a Riyadh screw job because they don't want Islam leaving with the belt.
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I doubt the UFC
screw job.
I don't think the UFC's doing. Look, the UFC will do people dirty. I haven't seen them do Team Habib dirty.
No, they can't. And you know, they got to be at least like somewhat reasonable with it.
No, they can't.
Anyway, this is all hypothetical.
If Turkey's involved somehow, 100%, you know, he just has to give Dana something that's worth that trade-off, you know?
But what would that be, Harry? What's worth it?
72 version.
Anything related to the Zuffa boxing shit, you know? I don't know. Something that could...
What does Turkey Al-Sheikh gain from not having a Muslim champion? I feel like that would be like not of benefit to him.
No, well, Dana would have to ask on his behalf. You know, Dana would have to say, "Yo, we're gonna pull this off. Close decision. We're gonna give it to JDM. Let's cut him short right now." What? Yeah, no, possible. I do it for me, and I'll give you this.
Yeah,
you know, so something to that effect. You know.
I guess, man, it's just, you know, like with the Abu Dhabi money involved, and Abu Dhabi's obviously very behind Team Habib, but then Turkey Al-Sheikh, people like get it mixed up. They're kind of their own different, not kind of, they're completely different things, right? Saudi and Abu Dhabi, completely different, run by different people, different money, like, so I could see maybe some kind of, you know, bickering over there, but regardless of the fact, it's just like for now, that's Team Habib's plan, is to constantly churn these 55ers out. Habib even said it before. He's like, that belt is ours. 55 belongs to us, and it will always belong to us, like, as long as I'm here. And that means that I got Islam, and then after Islam, there's Usman, and then after Usman, who knows, you know, who the badass little 17-year-old they're coaching right now is, right? So those guys, that's their plan. And then I don't ever see a world where Islam Makhachev, sorry for going on a tirade here, but I don't ever see Islam Makhachev going back down to 55. Obviously, if Conor fought him, it'd be at 170. But let's look at it from Islam's perspective. If Islam beats JDM, how in the world do you justify Conor getting a title shot at 170? And then if Islam
I was just fucking around. It's not happening. It's obviously not happening.
Let's say the other thing happens, right? And JDM wins it. If JDM beats Islam, what does Islam have to stay around for? Like at that point, it's call it a career.
Right? You think if Islam loses, that's it?
What's he gonna do, DS?
He has to go down.
He has to go down and fight Topuria.
Yeah, he has to, bro. Has to be
I
big.
think that's a must-do fight. Then
imagine losing to JDM, and then
let's just get it right. He's not gonna lose to JDM. I'm
just saying, right? This is the hypothetical we're playing. If he loses to JDM, then he goes down and has to fight Ilia Topuria. That's fucking bad for him, dog. Like. Coming off a loss to fight Ilia Topuria, nobody wants to do that shit.
Yeah.
don't know.
All right. Well, let's move on to something less hypothetical, and let's move on to UFC 320. Well, okay. Let's see what Fight Talk Only has to say, since he's our one fella in here communicating. If Islam loses, he's not walking away from the sport like that. I don't think he would either. I think there'd be a pride thing for sure. I would think you think he gets. I think he gets a rematch. I think it's a rematch right away.
Hell no, not at 170. I'll say this. This is my final thing I'll talk about with that. Islam will not fight more than 3 more times in the UFC.
And then he's going to PFL. Imagine.
And then he says, I'd rather see John Jones versus Aspinall than McGregor Chandler. Agreed.
Oh, it's not close.
100%
Oh,
agreed.
it's not close.
That's another fight we're not getting, though. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening either.
John
Jones, we have a higher chance of getting John Jones versus DC4 than we do John Jones versus Tom Aspinall.
It is what it is, bro.
So,
hey, Fight Talk, who do you got in the main event this weekend, dog? Since you're here and being communicative.
And we appreciate that.
Big time. But yeah, let's talk about it. Harry.
Yeah, what's up?
Talk to me about the main event this weekend. Magomed Ankalaev, Alex Poatan Pereira 2. I watched your video on YouTube, and for those of you guys watching, it says follow us on Instagram at D107MMA, and it says follow Harry at ProSchmoBets. You should also follow Harry on his YouTube channel. Subscribe there because Harry be dropping shit. Harry, I watched your video. I thought what you had to say was interesting about the main event. Talk to me.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me, man. I think that there's just too much tape on Pereira, especially defending takedowns. I mean, yeah, Ankalaev went 12 for nothing. So this time around, that's impossible, you know, especially with someone who's got a combat sambo background. He's got a great shot selection, good shot sequences. What Pereira struggles with because his hands come down. Like, you know, if you're thinking about Pereira chopping down his legs, that's not happening. That's what everyone thought when Ankalaev faced off with Pereira the first time for the belt. Everyone was talking about it. Man, you're getting chopped down like John Blachowicz chopped you down, you know, Ankalaev. And yeah. So, no, I think that we got Jerry Prochaska. We got Carlos Ulberg.
Jerry Prochaska is crazy. He's from like Ohio.
We have
Jerry Prochaska is nuts, dude.
Listen, we have a matchmaking. We can matchmake this, man. It's a win-win for them both if Pereira, you know, gets a good fight in the heavyweight division against a boxer, you know, Anthony Joshua, any guy that Dana wants to, you know, work around with this guy. You know, same thing I'm predicting, Sang Yodong to defeat O'Malley by decision. And then, you know, get signed to Zuffa and then face off with Rolly Romero or one of those guys, you know. So that's just the name of the game, brother. That's the business, man. Ankalaev is too good, bro. He's a southpaw, has that southpaw boxing approach. He's got the strong left hand, piston-like motion, follows up with the body kick, head kick. He's too good, bro. There's nothing else. I don't doubt it, bro. I'm Ankalaev all the way.
Yeah. DS, what do you got?
I don't know. I don't think I've made my official pick yet at this point. You know, you messaged me 2 days ago, right? Or yesterday, and you said you rewatched the fight, and I'm sure you'll go into this.
Yeah.
You said you rewatched the fight, and you told me that you thought Alex Pereira won the first fight 3-2.
Yeah.
I then went back and I rewatched it earlier this morning, and I agree. And now I'm thinking, like, was it the mindset? Because I went in there thinking, like, let me watch for how he's winning this fight, these rounds, or was it really the case, right? So I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is that Magomed Ankalaev, he wins minutes, right? Like, he's not there to put damage on Alex Pereira. He's there to work the clock pretty much, right? Like, he's there to win minutes, to win rounds. So for me, you know, after the first fight, we talked about this, Dino, is like, I like the leg kicks of Pereira. I wish that he used them. I feel like he spammed them at the wrong times, if that makes sense. So for me, it's like more strategic use of the leg kicks. And also, like, dude, you're near the end at this point, no matter how this goes. I think, like, if we're looking at truly his best way to win this fight is to diversify the striking, is to throw like a wider array of strikes, right? I want to see him throw more hands, right? And I know Alex Pereira is more of a cerebral kind of counter puncher, and he's one of the best to ever do it when it comes to that aspect of the fight game. I think I want to see him be a little bit more aggressive. I want to see him gain a little bit more respect with the striking early on. And I think that he'll have a much easier path to win rather than, if you're constantly like trying to like be the one trying to dictate the pace of the fight as much as you can, particularly early. So as far as who's going to win, man, I mean, right now I'm leaning on Kalaev, like Pereira tends to start a little bit slower. He's very much like a download info and then counterpunch kind of guy. I want him to give Ankalaev something to think about, but I think if he doesn't, Ankalaev's going to do the same shit that he does. We're going to see not the level of domination that we saw with Dricus versus Hamzat, but I think we're going to see a similar type of fight, except more against the cage, less on the ground, right? I think we're just going to see Ankalaev kind of holding him up against the cage, throwing some fake-ass body knees, and just a very boring style of fight. And more than anything, I think Alex Pereira should know that as well. And I hope that he diversifies early and is more active early.
Fair. And look, I already broke it down in the quick pick. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and check that out. It's on our channel. But look, yes, I did rewatch the fight multiple times. I've seen that fight at this point maybe like 5 times. I'm very certain that Alex Pereira actually won that fight, but it's not because it's a weird scenario, right? It was a very weird fight. Magomed Ankalaev had the bigger moments. Magomed Ankalaev did more damage in that fight. Magomed Ankalaev controlled the grappling in that fight, and for the most part, he controlled the striking. But if you break it down round by round, which is the way the UFC scores their fights, right? We're not in one where you score the fight as a whole. You score the fight as a whole, Ankalaev wins that fight easily. You score it round by round, and that's kind of where it gets a little murky, man. The first round was amongst the clearest rounds of the fight, or clearest rounds of the entire fight. Alex Pereira wins round 1. Round 2 was the beginning of the round. Alex looked solid. Magomed started to pick up late, and he kind of took over that round to the point where he was winning that round late. Then he had the big moment where he kind of stunned Alex Pereira into the cage. Clear Ankalaev round, right? Round 3 was a little bit of a nothing round, and that's the swing round of this fight. Who do you give round 3 to? Round 4 was all held up against the cage. Round 5, again, another tough round to score. If you score those 2 rounds for Alex, he wins the fight, 3 and 5. That's all I'm saying. Now, as far as techniques and shit, you mentioned you want to have Alex Pereira give Magomed Ankalaev something to think about. In the first fight, Alex Pereira, DS, he always, one of his main weapons, as we all know, is that calf kick, right? That's what he specializes in. That debilitates a lot of his opponents. Famously, he did it to Yuri Prohashka. The thing with Alex Pereira's calf kick, it's not that good when we're southpaw orthodox. That's a huge problem for him here. This is a guy that has always struggled with that, right? Magomed Ankalaev, another guy we've seen struggle with low kicks against Jan Blachowicz. Alex Pereira was tagging his leg up early in that fight, and it didn't seem to affect him as much because he can't get as much sting on it with that front foot. You know what I mean? Now, one thing I keyed in on, and especially early in that fight, rounds 1 and 2 specifically, and as we move on, as we get to rounds 3, 4, and 5, the fighters get more tired. They stop doing the things that, they're supposed to do in their game plan. But if you lock in on those first 2 rounds, you see a clear point of attack from Magomed Ankalaev. They were waiting for the calf kick, and then he would throw something really big off of the calf kick. So as soon as Alex kicked him, he would counter with something massive. And I want to say for the first 15 calf kicks of that fight, he returned something big on 13 of them. So that's where they thought.
That's how you counter it. That's the counter to a good leg kicker.
That's what I'm saying. And that's where they thought they would catch Alex. It didn't end up happening. But regardless of the fact, if the UFC wanted to, and if there was some murky shit going on, they could have gave that fight to Alex, and I don't think many people would be saying robbery.
I know,
regardless,
but that's the wild part, though, is if it was as that close, it's crazy that they did.
I mean, it was. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it was. I'm not going to have someone convince me that it wasn't. Stashy says robbery 135 clearly go to Poetan. I don't know if it's clear, Stashy, but that's how I saw it, dog. I saw it 135. Look, at the end of the day, I'm still picking Magomed Ankalaev, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I saw anything crazy in that fight that leads me to believe that he finds a finish in this one, which he might. But it's just due to the fact of age, man, and time, right? Like Alex Pereira is only getting older. Magomed Ankalaev, a guy that's still not technically, he's still in his goddamn prime and still improving. So this many months on, this many months later, Alex Pereira, a bum shoulder these last few months. He says he's recovered. So I just have to trust in the guy to retain his belt. The champions retain their belt 60-something% of the time. And then on top of it, dude, it's just like, I don't know that Alex Pereira can make many adjustments besides just catching him with a left hook that he didn't throw in that first fight, DS, because he was so goddamn worried about the takedowns.
And that's what I was saying. Yeah,
he has to throw caution to the wind in this fight and allow himself to be taken down. And if he gets taken down, it is what it is. I'll lose this round, survive for the next one. And I just don't know that he can have that mentality.
But my thing is like, bro, it's like if it's a playoffs, right? Like, leave it all out there, right? If you're pretty much done, you might be done after this. There's a good chance he is. He loses, right?
Maybe.
Just be a little bit more active. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you have to lose at that point? You already lost the first fight.
Yeah, but there's a big difference in losing there's a big difference in losing a decision and getting finished, right?
Okay, and that's fine, but you're not guaranteed to get finished.
Yeah, but
you're not guaranteed. Sure, there's a higher chance, yeah. And yeah, you'll end up in some uncomfortable positions if it doesn't go well. But at the same time, like what you did last time, like you're not going to outpoint Magomed Ankalaev. That's my point. Is like you're not going to outpoint him. He knows how to win rounds and how to win minutes, and you're not going to win that game.
Yeah.
Would you have liked to see Alex Pereira be more active? Would you like to see him have another fight between this, like halfway between this?
No, not between fights. A lot of people are saying that, and I don't buy it. I think Alex Pereira has earned and deserves an immediate rematch, right?
Do you think it should have happened sooner?
No, not necessarily sooner. I think the timing is fine. I just hope that what Alex Pereira is saying turns out to be true and that he was injured going into that first fight and that's kind of what he's blaming the loss on. I was at 40%.
I always like
a lot of times that's bullshit and we all know.
We're going to say I'm like 80-20 on I don't believe any of those things until they post like, oh, look at my broken fucking like look at my MRI and this shit was actually torn. Then I'm like, okay, fine. Like,
yeah, but yeah, I think the timing is fine, DS. I just think that in this time, he has to have been actually training. And again, I wish we could see Alex Pereira's Instagram to see what the fuck he's posting. But that motherfucker has us blocked on Instagram for no goddamn reason.
Can you guys actually go follow us on Instagram and then tell Alex Pereira to unblock us? Because
you know what I'm going to do, DS? You know what go ahead.
We don't know what we did. Like, we made a video gassing him up like a day before that he blocked us, which is insane. I don't know. It's so weird.
I almost messaged George, who is his manager, who's also manager.
I saw you message Paulinho Cruz, though.
I messaged Paulinho Cruz, but I messaged George. I was about to message George, who's his manager, who we met through Patricky Pitbull, who was in the room with us after Patricky's fight. Shout out Patricky Pitbull. He was in the hotel room with us. That's George. He's also Poaton's manager. I was about to hit him up or hit up Patricky and be like, brother, can you tell George?
My Benjamin, bro, type shit.
That's what I'm saying. Tell this motherfucker to unblock us. Regardless. Look, I think he's gonna win. And Fight Talk says he's been hanging out with Nina Drama a lot, which is another reason why Magomed might win. To be fair,
I would absolutely break Nina Drama off. I just
shout out Nina. Shout out.
I love Nina. I know like she gets a lot of hate in the MMA community, which I think goes to speak to a lot of the incel vibes that this community has, deep down. But I get what you're saying because like why you on TikTok, brother? Like why you making fucking little dances and shit? Get the training because from the shit that I've seen, and again, we're blocked, so I can't see much. And we're blocked on our other accounts too, by the way. We're blocked on our personal accounts, which is insane. Like, yeah, I get that. Like, why you out here making TikToks and shit, doing little dances, bro? Like, get to it. Magomed is not out here fucking making TikToks.
Facts. And at the end of the day, we're all going Magomed Ankalaev. So let's move the fuck on. I know Harry. Harry, look, I love you, brother.
Let's have Harry start this off for sure.
Hear me out. I know Harry comes in, and I love you, Harry, and I respect you, dog. and I know you come in here with all these crazy takes sometimes, and for the most part, the motherfuckers be hitting. Real quick, Fight Talk says he was more violent in his fights when he was more mysterious. 1,000%. 1,000%.
He's right.
1,000%
Hey,
but
just,
Harry,
just real quick, Harry, you owe me a fucking steak, brother. You owe me a fucking steak and a dessert and a side, my boy, because you never got back to me about that. Because on this very show, on this very kind of live, we had Dana Black on here too. And what happened? All three of you boys said what? You said that my boy is gonna lose. Diego Lopez is gonna lose
to Gene Silva.
I said not only that he's gonna win, I'm very confident that he's gonna win. And I got a little scared. But I did say I'm very confident. So on God. On God, bro. On God. I'm not even a foot guy, but like she's got pretty feet. On God, what?
Nuts.
But yeah, hey, listen, I'm owed a steak. I'm owed a steak from Dana Black too, a couple sides and a couple desserts. Just want to say,
facts. Now, Harry, again, let's get back to it. I love you, dog. I respect you. You come in here with some takes and shit. You know, hey, when you put gun to head, you are usually goddamn right, and I can't take that away from you.
You're right.
However, Harry, I don't know if you're putting the stamp on this one, but we've been talking off air and we've been talking in the DMs and shit. And
Harry's been saying some controversial shit, even.
And I think Harry, I think you're going a little fucking nutso, brother. If you're doing what I think you're doing with this co-main event, I'm gonna preemptively say you're out of your fucking mind. But my friend, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. You know, the first hint I had that Merab respected Corey Sandhagen too much was when he praised him. You know, behind a press microphone, right after the fight, interviews, in front of Nina, one-on-one in front of him. And he also shouts to Aljo and he suggests that Corey deserves it. Now, you know, if you paid attention through the matchmaking, when people thought, well, the next guy's going to be Umar, right? Because that's really the only thing that was brewing at the time. You know, it turned out that, you know, Corey Sandhagen had the tricep tendon problem, and this is all you can do, right? Umar and Merab. Merab didn't like that idea, right? He wanted to see how the matchmaking could work out where Umar can actually get another 2 fights in so he could, you know, fall into place and get the title shot off merit. He didn't believe that he did enough in his weight class. So thinking through that, I did not like that about Merab. Now, when we go skill set, right? When we go to the science, the logic behind what it is he can do in the octagon against Corey Sandhagen, well, Corey Sandhagen is unlike any of the opponents he has fought. Who is Sean O'Malley? Sean O'Malley barely had a colored belt. You know, he's someone that barely had any boxing sequences, any shot selection when he made his debut on Contender Series. You know, was able to use his time, and because he's intelligent and he loves fighting, you know, chisel out the product he is today. Corey Sandhagen is a beast, and to be at the Onyx gym with a pro coach, one of the best, you know, who coach Rose, you know, against monsters. There's absolutely no way that there is no edge on these numbers. Plus 300 on the money line for Corey, plus 120, 130 on the 3.5, right? For a split decision, unanimous decision his way, even between a loss, you know, just winning a two rounds of 3. Yeah, there's no way I see Corey losing that fight. He's got the guard. He's active in the guard. And we know that Merab, you know, the only reason why he defeated O'Malley is because he doesn't have a ground game. So if he's going to be boxing and he's going to be pressuring forward and he's going to attempt the sneaky left hands, well, I get it. People are going to say, well, you know, Sandhagen fought Song Yildong. You know, he didn't look good against someone with boxing sequences like that. And that's probably what Merab's going to do. I know I was in one of Merab's camps when he just faced off, who was it who he just defeated?
That was the second O'Malley fight.
Yeah, I was there, and he did not grapple at all. His camp did not consist of wrestling or grappling like you would think, right? It would be, a dedicated, 30, 30, 30. His was like 20% grappling, 80% striking. That's all he was doing, bro. And that's all he was ripping O'Malley with, until he said, man, I got him worn down. I think I could do it. I think I can get him down. I think I can submit him. And he did. Because that's something he uses in his back pocket. Like Pereira. Pereira is someone that can defend takedowns, doesn't have offensive takedowns. But if he has to at any point, he can draw out any limb and kickbox the fuck out of you, right? So that's not Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen, man, he actually was gushing against Song Yodong, right? And he was actually gaining traction against Song Yodong in the later rounds, something like Henry Cejudo was. So, yeah, I think that, for what it's worth, it has to be Corey Sandhagen or nobody. There is no way you can put a rational bet on Merab off cardio. Again, who has the active guard? Let's say he does get into a double leg takedown. All right. Let's say Merab does pressure boxing. He changed his striking to wrestling because he's like, damn, I can't really get Sandhagen. Well, there you go. He's got an active guard. That's jiu-jitsu. Now, I get it. You're going to argue, well, Corey Sandhagen's striking defense is not all there, as you saw against Marlon Chito Vera. He had to resort to grappling.
Do you think there's anything to Merab keeps saying he's going to knock Corey out? Do you think there's anything to that?
No, that's impossible, bro.
That's a red herring. Yeah.
That's impossible, bro. The first thing he's gonna do is what Islam does, and all these boys do. Habib, he's gonna get on that single leg, hug that leg tight, and bring down Merab. He's big, bro. Not only that, he's getting coached by what's his name?
Trevor Whitman.
Trevor Whitman, bro. These guys are brilliant, bro. Who does skits, right? Joking around on TikTok, Instagram, off The Office. The Office are for witty people, smart, intelligent people, readers. It's just the way it is, man. High IQ communities. And Merab, brother, he's a brute who was brought up at home wrestling,
a goblin,
doing sambo. Good for him. Apache Mix could not have said it better, man. He said Merab has the heart. I grapple, I roll with Merab. I was actually sparring with Merab, but and I'd like to see him win, but I don't want to take anything away from Corey Sandhagen. Merab has the heart, but Corey Sandhagen has what it takes. So I just like to see, the best man win. You see, and there's rationale behind all that, and that's what I'm trying to, suggest here. So yes, for me, it's Corey Sandhagen, and I'm going to do a video on this. I'm going to upload it to my channel after this, going skill for skill. It'll be like
we will link your channel, of course.
Yeah, 5-8 minutes long on simulating it, right? Okay, all right, guys. So you argue Merab's gonna take him down. We know he's got the single leg. All he does is the jab, and then he comes down to blitz you. Let's say that happens. Here's a video of that happening to Corey Sandhagen. What's the first thing he does? Exactly. If Claudio Puelles can do it, heel hooks, fucking knee bars, so on, so forth, the elbows. What do you think he's gonna do? Just lay there like Sean O'Malley? Hell no. So on and so forth, right? I'm going to talk about differentials in offensive, defensive, wrestling for Corey. And then, of course, I'm going to argue against Corey in the strike defense. 100%. That, Chito Vera is going to knock him the fuck out, bro. Like Chito Vera is going to knock the fuck out of
Ayman Zahavi.
He's going to knock him the fuck out, bro. Knock him, I promise you, bro. So these things are realities, right? And everything has to, this is money, bro, we're talking about. And we're tired of fucking losing, bro. If it ain't fucking Gene Silva, it's fucking, who just lost right now this past weekend?
Dominic Reyes.
If it ain't this guy. I mean, this shit is crazy. All we have to do is cap a little better. That Carlos Uber, Dominic Reyes shit was obvious. My brother, Dominic Reyes, had 4 camps with first round finishes. What the fuck is he? John Jones? No. And then you have a guy like Carlos Uber who had 4 fucking fight camps, bro. Blood, sweat, and tears for top prospect, wrestlers, grapplers, and strikers alike. Of course, the money's on Carlos Uber. Who the fuck is this guy? This guy has no minutes in the octagon. We have to get to the science of shit. So, yes, if Corey gets taken down, we got the grappling. If he's standing up, He's got the range. He's got the cardio. He's on the perimeter. You think that Corey's not going to make a fool out of Merab when Merab is buying rounds, doing laterals in the 4th and 5th? Please, bro.
All right.
No way.
Hear me out, Harry. So a lot of shit you said I agree with. A lot of shit you said I agree with. But there's a couple things in there, dog, that I just think you're wrong on. First and foremost, when it comes down to it, where is Sandhagen dangerous at? Well, yes, he's very dangerous at range. Obviously, that's the obvious one, right? The flying knees, the wheel kicks, all that bullshit. The elbows, even in the clinch sometimes. On the ground, we saw it last time out with Davison Figueiredo, a fight that I was at. He's very dangerous with those heel hooks and shit like that. He's training with Ryan Hall now, right? So it's very goddamn obvious. Shout out Ryan Hall. He said he'll be doing an interview with us soon, DS.
He just retired.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know if he retired. They cut him.
He left the UFC.
Yeah. Real quick. Fight Talk says a flying knee up the middle would be beautiful, and I can see it from Sandhagen. Right. So that's what everyone's thinking, right? If you're thinking Sandhagen by finish, it's something like that. It's a flashy knee, flying knee like he did Frankie Edgar. It's a spinning wheel kick where he catches him on the top of the head like he did with Marlon Moraes, or, it's something like that. When it comes to the straight striking defense, we're talking straight stand-up. Merab Dvalishvili, not a guy that struggles with longer strikers. And I know it's because we saw that with O'Malley that I'm saying that, but Merab's kryptonite on the feet has always been that check left hook from these shorter guys. When Henry Cejudo wobbled his ass.
You're right.
When Marlon Moraes almost had his ass out of there. It was the same exact shot. That's what gets Merab on the feet. Merab is very safe with these tall guys because he knows where the threat is. Now, in the wrestling, is Merab going to be able to do what he does to everybody to Corey Sandhagen? No, I don't think so. Because here's the thing. Corey Sandhagen, while he does get taken down, that motherfucker gets up every goddamn time. Merab is going to have no type of control time on Corey Sandhagen. And if he does, it's going to be up against the cage like we saw with O'Malley. It's not going to be.
And if he does, it'll be in like, maybe you'll add it up and it'll be 4 minutes by the end of the fight. If it goes
Whatever.
5 rounds, but it won't be 3 minutes at a time.
Right, kind of thing. So the approach that Merab's going to have to take in this fight is more of winning moments, right? Winning moments of the fight, like you mentioned with Ankalaev. Merab is a fucking master at that. That he's been winning decisions his whole goddamn career.
All the guys from the caucus are masters at that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and this whole run has been Merab doing that. Let's forget the Sean O'Malley finish. Every fight before that was Merab winning it because he won moments. Dropped the first round to Cejudo, then he picks him up and embarrasses him like a child, wins him a round. Picks up O'Malley, dumps him down, wins a round, right? In that first fight, he won minutes of that fight. The Umar fight is the perfect example of that. He won that fight because there were specific moments he won in certain rounds.
The visuals of it.
It's not just the emoting. It's the fact that he got these things done when they needed to. While Merab, yes, I get it, Harry. He is a brute. You're 100% right. And Corey Sandhagen's more logical and, thinks more about shit. Merab goes in there and he fucking performs. And this is not the type of guy to beat him. Now, Corey Sandhagen is fucking dangerous. He is very goddamn dangerous. But what else he is a guy that folds under pressure, man. He loses all the big fights in his career. The TJ Dillashaw fight is one that you can point to and say he was robbed in that fight. But let's really look at it, man. Title eliminator against Aljamain Sterling. Comes out, gets choked out in a minute, goes to sleep. Loses the decision to TJ Dillashaw. Say what you will about that fight. Loses the title fight to Peter Yan. Loses the fight to Umar really goddamn badly not long ago. And now he's getting a title shot off of a win against one of my favorite fighters of all time in Davison Figueiredo. But a guy that went up in weight class, a guy that's really tiny for 35 and is old and is injured, man. Like, that shouldn't get you a title shot. And even though
it's the name value, you know that.
Yeah, and congratulations to Corey Sandhagen for getting it. But he's
and also who else,
He's never beaten the elite guys, DS, at the right time. And at
no,
this point,
I fully agree with that.
Merab is peaking. He's minus 375, which again, Harry, you're talking about this from a betting perspective. I'm not fucking touching Merab on a bet slip this weekend because the odds are crazy. The best bet is Corey Sandhagen plus 5.5. Because he's going to, if he loses this fight, it's more than likely going to be by decision. And Corey Sandhagen's winning a round or two in this fight. He's winning a round or two in this fight. Let's not get it twisted. So the best bet is Corey Sandhagen plus 5.5. I think Merab just finds a way to win minutes of this fight to win himself a 3-2, maybe a 4-1 on a card, maybe even a split decision. But Merab is on fucking fire, man. He is on absolutely fire. And I just think he wins this fight. I don't believe too much in Corey Sandhagen. Now, real quick, I just want to go to a couple comments, Diaz, before you do it, before you say your thing. Fight talk only. Shout out Ryan Hall. His gym's 10 minutes from my house. I met him at PFL, at a PFL event in Washington. We had drinks with him. Great dude. Fucking hilarious. They're probably going to spend more time clinched than on the ground, which would possibly open the window for a wild Sandhagen submission. Yeah, I could see.
I don't see a world where Sandhagen gets a sub.
The only way he gets a sub is, I mean, I guess he can, if he gets the back, he might get the neck. He's going to be rolling for shit. We know that. He's going to be rolling for legs.
Yo, to get that neck, bro, if he gets that neck, Corey's ground game is like
it's curtains.
Underrated for sure.
It's curtains at that point. Sandhagen won the fight. If he gets Merab's neck, gets his back, it might be
really hard to do, man. But
Merab is too fast for that, bro. He's too fucking quick for that. He's not gonna end up there.
Then he says Dillashaw beat him on one leg too. Yikes. And then he loves the +5.5. Yeah, that's the bet. Unless you see Merab knocking his ass out or subbing him, which I don't see a sub from Merab. The shit that he's been talking about a knockout, I guess it's possible. If Sandhagen's overlooking the striking, bro, you can get caught. 4-ounce gloves. It is what it is. But DS, how do you see this fight, brother?
Listen, man, I think my biggest point is what you said, right? Is the fact that it's the mentality of Corey Sandhagen, right? And which is crazy because like he seems like one of the most locked in guys, one of the most cerebral fighters, but there's just something there where like I look at the fight versus Umar, right? Like Umar shot 13 takedowns. He landed 5 of them. Okay.
Hey, Diaz, I'm sorry, real quick. And I'm sorry to cut you off, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way. Corey Sandhagen, I believe he's openly autistic. Does that play into it?
No, he had a torn tricep, sorry, in that fight.
He looked like dog shit, Harry. But
he was coming off tendon surgery. I mean, that's explainable. Yes, and if he's autistic,
but it's not just that fight though.
Because if Derek Moneyberg could get a black belt and he ain't autistic, if you're autistic, bro, and you're Corey Sandhagen, you're fucking winning this belt.
He's gonna sue you, bro.
That's it. Our channel's going down, Harry. Thanks a lot.
You just signed all of our death sentences, brother. It's over for us.
I'm gonna need the login for Pro Schmo.
Derek Moneyberg is suing the fuck out of us, brother.
Damn, I'm fucked.
All of us are. But look, man, I say this a lot. If you guys have, and I know everybody, what's our fella's name here? MMA Talk.
Fight Talk.
Look, I say this a lot, right? For me, it's like there's something, and maybe it's just as a man, right? Like when you show me in the heat of the moment, right? In the heat of battle, when it's all primal, right? When it's just balls, right? You're putting your balls on the table. And in those moments, when you show me, like, I think those are the best moments of a judge of heart, as we say, right? We throw the term heart around as fans of fight. And I think to me, that's what heart is really, is like in the heat of the battle, how do you respond, right? In the heat of battle, when it comes to those tight moments, right? How are you responding? And I think Corey Sandhagen has all the ability in the world. I think his length is I know Merab does great against lengthy strikers. Corey Sandhagen is going to mix it up more than any other opponent that Merab has ever faced, right? Sean O'Malley's a fucking boxer. Let's be real. Like, sure, he mixed it up a little, but not like Corey Sandhagen, right? Like, he's a lot more unorthodox. Corey Sandhagen is a lot more cerebral. He also has a lot more of a threat on the ground with the submission game. It's just that mentality thing, right? And for me, it's like Corey seems to get defeated in moments, right? So for me, it's like if Merab shoots 30 takedowns and he lands 6, right? Like, is Corey going to get up 5 times? He's going to get up 6 times. Like, how much is that going to impact him? So for me, Corey is going to be probably the toughest test that Merab has faced. Truthfully,
Why not Umar, the clearly better fighter?
I agree. I think he's obviously the better fighter. I just think that if we see peak Corey Sandhagen, his ability to mix up the striking is much better than Umar.
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
Listen, I got a question for you. Let's matchmake this real quick because I know Umar is literally asking Allah for Merab to win. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
What
Shout out Allah, by the way.
Hamdadulillah, whatever. He's there, bro. I mean, this shit is like the bells are ringing. He's like, I need Merab to win because that's the only way he gets a rematch. Let's say Corey Sandhagen and you. Obviously, they're going to matchmake Mario Bautista with Corey Sandhagen, right? My question to you.
I want to see O'Malley versus Sandhagen.
I still think it's Umar.
No, there's no fucking way, bro.
Why? Umar beat him.
Wait, they're going to matchmake Umar and Corey?
Nah, but he got the L with Merab. But that's what I'm saying. Let's keep it like what's more likely, Dino. He got a loss on. I get it. He was injured, but he lost. So let's say the title defense is Bautista because the pressure, bro. He's got a whole winning streak. He's got a win streak, bro.
If Merab wins.
No. If Corey wins, he's clearly going to face Mario Bautista. What happens to Umar?
I think no. In that case, I do think Umar's next.
Yeah, that's what I truly believe, Harry.
Yeah, I agree with Dino on that.
And what happens to Mario Bautista?
They don't give a fuck.
Who gives a fuck about Mario Bautista?
Holy shit, bro! This is disrespectful.
Look, I'm not taking away his skill. I'm talking from a business perspective. Who gives a fuck about
shit.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck about Mario Bautista?
Facts.
He's hated.
Facts.
He's the opposite of a draw. People hate him.
Damn. It is what it is, Harry.
I could see Mario Bautista fighting Corey if he loses this
Wait,
fight.
is Mario Bautista not fighting Umar? Is that not booked?
Wait, that's booked?
Yeah, that's booked.
That wasn't a rumor?
No, that shit's booked.
No.
So the winner of that fight's getting the title shot next.
Well, that for sure.
No wonder they set that fight up.
Okay. Well, yeah, Corey, you scammed me on that one. Yeah, that's literally happening at UFC 321.
Yeah.
No wonder.
He's fighting on Islam's card.
Yeah.
And he's gonna defeat Mario Bautista so that then he can call out Corey and say,
Let me just wrap up.
Fight talk. Who gives a fuck
about Mario Bautista? Let me just wrap up real quick, bro.
Yeah.
I have to go with Merab too. I've picked against Merab too many times. I've been burned too many times. The pressure is relentless, and Corey sadly tends to fold under pressure, and we've seen it happen. So unfortunately, and I love Corey, and if I had my druthers on who I want to win this fight, it's Corey. I'm going with Merab by decision. For me, what are the odds? By the way, what are the odds for just to go to distance on this fight?
I got you. I got the odds pulled up right here.
Yeah, let me know because I think that's my bet for this.
That has to be like plus 150.
Fight to go the distance?
I think it's a minus.
No way.
If it's plus money on go to the distance,
fight to go the distance minus 330.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Oh, you know what? Forget that because that's not even that. Like that's actually, I thought it was gonna be like minus 150, minus 330. Fucking, there's no value there whatsoever.
Brother, the value is in the plus 5.5.
Yeah. So yeah, now that that's the move. Corey is a sprinkle. Merab is a parlay piece. That's how I look at this. The odds are a little crazy. I'm going Merab by decision. I have a very, very small chance, and clearly Vegas agrees. I don't see a fucking finish in this fight, bro. I really don't.
Yeah. Look, Corey.
I just want to say, last thing I want to say, if Merab and Alex both lose, the Nina drama curse is real.
Yeah. And unfortunately, she interviewed Yuri too, so I don't like that. But before we use that as a perfect transition to the next fight, I just want to say, when it comes to this fight in particular, Harry, you're talking about the future matchmaking of 35. To me, it is so goddamn obvious what the UFC would want here. They wanted Sean O'Malley to be champion. They got burned. The next best thing is going to be Umar Nurmagomedov. What sells more, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Corey Sandhagen, who he's already beaten? or
Right.
an
Well,
Umar
the next
Nurmagomedov.
best thing is Marab, though, Dino. Like
It
Marab
is. Dude, I've been saying that shit for years, DS.
Marab, but no, Marab has like
Nah, Marab
the
doesn't
way he
sell,
stepped up his
bro.
English speaking, the way that he stepped up his social media
Social media
presence, his joking shit. Like he's
Harry,
one of the
I
better.
guess, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Harry,
yeah,
I
that
hate to.
He's
I
not like
s-
Ankalaev, where Ankalaev is fucking boring. Like his fight style is boring, and also he's trash outside the cage. Like Marab actually is fucking hilarious outside the cage, and I have to admit that now. Like
Fight Talk. Listen to this. He says, I was about to bring up the Nina drama shit. He's like, her and Marab are buddies. Brother, we have a photo. We have a photo with Nina Drama that's pinned on our Instagram. We have a photo with Marab too, but
go follow us on Instagram at D107MMA, please.
check us out on Instagram. We have a pinned photo with Nina. I was talking to Marab in the DMs like 2-3 days ago, and then this motherfucker literally went on our page and liked that photo with Nina. So yeah.
Who likes you were talking to somebody today?
I don't know.
You were talking to somebody fancy today. I can't remember who.
No idea, to be honest
You
with you.
made somebody laugh. You made somebody laugh.
I'll be talking to fancy people, brother. I don't know what
No,
to
I
say.
know, but you made somebody laugh in the DMs. I can't remember who it was now. It was somebody fucking random as fuck. Go check the 10-7 DMs. Oh, it was Willie, bro.
Oh, Willie. Hell yeah. Shout out Roll Tide Willie. If you guys don't know who that is.
You don't give a what is it? You don't give
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
nothing but the Tide.
So
Hey,
all right, so look.
that was fucking awesome, dude. You know what I'm talking about, Harry? You know Roll Tide Willie?
Yeah.
He's a legend,
dude,
bro.
Dino was literally messaging him back and forth today.
That's
So-
nuts, man.
Hey, so look, when it comes to 135, this division, the UFC wants Umar with the belt. They wanted O'Malley. It got fucked up. Harry, you have a theory about what they're doing with Sean O'Malley next. But they want Umar Nurmagomedov with the belt. Umar versus Corey, too, very not interesting. Umar dominated him.
Dominates.
Umar versus Marab, too, is not only a huge fight, it is a pay-per-view main event fight. That's how big that
You're
fight
saying
is.
without a belt.
No. That fight for the belt is a pay-per-view main event this time. Umar versus Sandhagen is not a main event of a pay-per-view. So there's that.
Even with the belt?
Even with the belt, it is not on Twitter, Fight Talk, on Instagram. It says it at the bottom at D107MMA. Same way it's spelled on the channel. We do have a Twitter, but we never used it. I'm saying, let's say Corey Sandhagen wins the belt. Umar is going to be next for the title. When they do fight for the belt, that will be a co-main event of something.
Yeah.
If Marab retains and Umar wins and they rematch them for the title, that's a UFC pay-per-view main event.
Yep.
Has Umar fought Song Yodong yet?
Hey, I'm gonna take a piss real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
No, Harry, I don't think
So
you-
that's what's gonna happen. Corey Sandhagen's gonna win, and then yeah, man, Mario Bautista is going to lose against Umar, and the UFC is gonna say you ain't getting no rematch fight with Corey Sandhagen. With Corey Sandhagen, we're gonna do something else. You're gonna fight Song Yodong.
Yeah, and that's fine. Maybe, dog. I'm so convinced, Harry. I'm so convinced that the UFC wants Umar to have this belt.
Yes, but not at 28 years old. They're gonna draw him out like Armin, because he already fucked it up. He fucked up. This was supposed to be the stop with him against Marab, and he couldn't.
I don't see it, Harry. I disagree. We'll see. We're gonna find out soon, I guess. I disagree. I'm certain. I am absolutely certain that Umar Nurmagomedov, if he beats Mario Batista, regardless of what happens this weekend, will get the next
28 years of age.
He'll get the next title shot. The fans want it. There is a whole Arab and Muslim world that wants it. The UFC is going to want it. They like Umar. And Umar and Marab have real ass beef, dog.
You need a title defense for Corey if he wins. Help argue that, because all I hear you is talking about Marab. Let's say Corey gets the puncher's chance. All right, now what?
Okay, now what? Now you give Umar Corey Sandhagen.
No, you need a title defense, bro.
Why,
The UFC is because they're very prejudiced to that. The only guy who hasn't had a title defense in 10 years is Bilal Muhammad.
Look, when it comes down to it, Harry, I get what you're saying. You're saying for building legacies and all that kind of shit. Like I get
it's
that.
Not legacies. It's that's kind of like it's taboo not to have a title defense. Like
I
this
know,
is
man, but
UFC, cerebral UFC. Like I know it shouldn't be that way, but that's how it is.
yeah, but who are they giving easy, first title defenses to? Really, nobody. It's not like they're trying to make it happen. It just hasn't happened in a while. And to be fair, Yuri didn't defend his belt. Jamal Hill didn't defend his belt. You know,
Who else is streaking on bantamweight? There's got to be somebody that's in the works
let,
besides Mario Bautista.
let me pull up the bantamweight rankings. Give me 1 second.
I mean, Patchy Mix would have
Yeah, but he fucked himself.
defeated. No, but he would be defeating the KSW guy. He's a champion.
Oh, dude, and I've been saying this the whole time. The clear guy that actually deserves it is Peter Yan. That's the clear guy that fucking deserves the title fight. He's on a huge win streak. It's just the fact that they don't want him to rematch Marab yet. Marab was calling Peter Yan out before he fought fucking Umar the first time. Peter Yan is the rightful guy. He's on a huge win streak. So maybe Peter Yan is the title defense against Corey Sandhagen, and he's beat Corey Sandhagen. So maybe that's the route they go.
And then Umar would fight Peter Yan, right?
I mean, it depends, right? If Corey Sandhagen's fighting Peter Yan, no, Umar will
And then
sit.
Umar would fight Song Yodong.
Maybe Marab rematch, right? Maybe a Marab rematch.
Marab retires. Marab's gonna be gone, bro. There's nothing left for him. That dude hasn't had time with his family, bro. They fucking used him and abused him like Alex Pereira. He's gone, bro. These guys are gone, bro. Have you sat on the couch with these fighters? You know what I mean, bro. Like he's got all the money. He got money, bro. He don't have to fight more. What's he gonna do if he loses against Corey Sandhagen? Oh, I'm gonna try and do this again. Nah, bro. You're gonna go on vacation for about a year.
Look, man, it is what it is, Harry. It's going to be interesting. I think Peter Yan's the rightful guy, so I think we figured that out. I'm under the impression that Umar would need 2 wins as well. Like, I agree with you, but there's just such a narrative that the fans and the UFC want Umar Nurmagomedov to win, regardless of the fact it should be Piotr Yan. Fight Talk says more money, and that's the motivation to keep fighting. And fucking probably, Doug, I'd get in there with anyone for a couple mil. That's all I'm saying. Harry, now, look, let's move on. Let's move on. We're going to talk about the third fight of what's it called? The feature fight. The feature fight. Look at that professional shit. The feature fight of the main card. A fucking massive matchup. A fan favorite kind of matchup. Probably the fans' main event. Headlined by this guy, friend of the channel, Yuri Prohashka. Follows us on Instagram, and you should too. But Yuri Prohashka versus Khalil Roundtree, a fucking banger of a 205 fight. Yuri also low-key the backup for this title fight in case something happens to Ank or Pereira leading up to the fight. How do you see this, Harry?
Damn, man, very simple. It's Prochaska, man, by a puncher's chance. That's it. And but he's gonna get it, as he always does. He always gets close. He's shown improvements when he fought with Jamal. And yeah, man, I have no doubts, man. Khalil Roundtree is very small, bro. He's not no light heavyweight. He's a middleweight, man, at best. And even then, I'd say that's being too kind to him. He's great, but you know, he needs those opponents to be right in front of him. And from Jiri's not that guy, bro. So I'm glad, man. The fans are gonna have a hero again. You know, they really wanna. He's a fan favorite, and he's got a whole country that really backs him, bro. You know, I know a lot of these fighters win and they go home and you know, their families are shouting at the airport with friends and fans, you know, moving buses and shit for them. But the one who really has had that in the numbers, like an audience in the numbers like that, in the hundreds, bro, maybe thousands, is Jiri, bro. Dude, if Jiri wins this shit, bro, holy fuck, bro. You have no idea. It's shutting down, bro. That country's shutting down, bro.
And look, and you're right, because obviously I'm a huge Yuri fan. Yuri Prohashka, when he did win the belt, went back to the Czech Republic, and the videos were crazy. The crowds were nuts, buses full of people and shit. And Harry, it was similar, not to like go back too far, but kind of what DS was saying about Marab. Marab is a unfucking, like, he's the diamond in the dirt, right? Like the UFC has not found. Shout out 50. But
I love that you knew right away. I
Of
love
course.
that you knew right away. God.
Of
Just want to say, Get Rich or Die Trying, top 5 hip hop album of all time. Argue with your mother.
Facts. Now, look, when it comes to Marab, the UFC, I don't think they realize the star that they have in him, man. The guy is entertaining. He sells. He does all that shit. Go watch the videos with him and Nina going back to Georgia. Like they
Look
are
at the number of views.
Yeah, and they're being treated like royalty, man. They're being treated like royalty. Fight Talk says facts. I think he's talking about Get Rich or Die Trying. Absolute fucking.
Is he? I want to know if he is, because is that what he's saying?
I think that's what he's saying. But look, Yuri Prochazka, also a massive star, a fan favorite. His fight style is entertaining. Everybody loves Yuri. I don't think there's anybody that hates Yuri. And I think him versus Magomed Ankalaev is a fucking banger of a fight.
Banger, bro. Fucking banger, bro.
Absolute banger. I
Can
hope
I get a yeah in the chat, guys?
I hope that if we get there, Harry, and it's Yuri. He said he is. The album is goated.
That was fire, Harry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you something, Dino.
God,
I'm gonna tell you something. You ain't gonna be able to, match make heavenly like you are right now. It's either Ankalaev facing Jiri or Umar versus Marab, but you ain't getting both of them, bro. So you better pick your dog. You better pick your dog.
Look, I don't think there's a dog to be picked, Harry. I think you're looking at
Oh shit.
Hey, I don't think you got. I don't think. I think the way you're looking at it, Harry, is from the perspective of a parlay buster. We know that
you're right. Yeah, it has that syntax to it. It has that idea to it, but it's just coincidence, brother. You're not gonna tell me
big words like syntax.
Corey has a fucking edge here, bro. He's a fucking machine going in there.
Harry, I don't fucking disagree with you. I think
he's AI. You get me? He's the first UFC fighter equipped with AI. Like I'm telling you.
Back in my day, AI meant Allen Iverson, brother. So I don't know nothing about that.
Shout out the answer, brother. Shout out the answer. Look, bro, Harry, you're looking at it from a perspective of these 3 fights are going to be by far and away the 3 most bet fucking things on Saturday.
But that's what I love about Harry.
So look, and look, there's a method.
That's what I love about the perspective that he brings.
DS, there's a method to the fucking madness. I get it, dog. I understand. Vegas is not going to want the 3 top bets of Saturday to all fucking hit because 20 million fucking people are going to be pairing up Yuri and Marab and Poatan. Like what? they're going to want that.
What? Yeah.
But if there is a parlay buster, in these 3, I imagine it's Alex Pereira.
No.
Wait, are you considering Yuri?
Ankalaev?
I'm sorry, Ankalaev, right? I'm assuming if there is a parlay buster, that's the one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I don't think there's a parlay buster this week.
Who the fuck is Pereira fighting next?
Harry, I don't think there's a parlay buster in this bunch. I think all 3 favorites win. But I'm just saying, if something fucking happens, who has the best shot at doing it? It's Alex Pereira just catching this motherfucker with a left hook.
I ain't gonna hold you. It is very that one is very likely.
What are the odds for this fight?
For Yuri?
Yeah. Remember, I just came back. I was peeing.
Minus 175, minus 180. Yuri Prochazka.
Yeah.
Minus 175.
Yeah. Minus 180 Yuri, plus 150 Khalil Roundtree. Now, real quick.
I think about where they should be.
Yeah, and that's fair. And then Fight Talk says best dog on the card is Ramiz Brahimaj. I met him in Chicago. Cool ass dude.
Isn't he Albanian?
He is. I can see that happening. Low key.
Nah, bro. Hold on. He's fighting. What's his name?
It's 2 grapplers.
The guy that is a little chinny.
Ramiz Brahimaj.
Is he fighting Vanderford? Yeah, he's fighting Austin Vanderford.
Yep. Mr.
No,
Page
Austin Vanderford's gonna fuck him up on the feet, bro.
So listen, real quick. Let's talk about this Yuri shit real quick. Let's
talk about that fight next for the sake of our boy right here.
I'm down. The way I see Yuri Prochazka, Khalil Roundtree is very goddamn simple. When you look at Yuri Prochazka's like fucking catalog, right? You look at his catalog of fights and you look at the fights he's lost, and then you even look at the fights he's won. Yuri Prochazka is a finishing fighter. He wins by finish, he loses by finish. When he loses, he gets knocked the fuck out. It was Alex Pereira twice, and then before that, you got to go all the way back to fucking Ryzen and watch the King Mo fight, right? Where Muhammad Lawal knocked him out. The thing with King Mo, very similar to Alex Pereira, is he caught him with one big ass shot. Khalil Roundtree does throw a big ass shot. He throws that weird ass overhand right oftentimes. But again, it was like what you were alluding to, Harry. It's when he's able to dictate the pace.
But
Go
Dino,
watch Khalil.
Dino, let me ask you this, because I just thought about it. What about like Khalil Roundtree throws that sketchy ass oblique kick? You think and Yuri doesn't block any kicks? Do you think there's a like what like bro? There's a world where fucking
No. There's no world because of the height and reach, bro. Khalil is too short, so those kicks it's gonna be.
I mean, he landed him on Pereira
by the jab.
He landed him on Modestas Bukauskas, who's a big guy. He landed him on Pereira, and you have
he fucking fucked Bukauskas up. Like that was like the leg kick. Like
100%. But he fights in front of him. Jiri doesn't.
I know, but all I'm trying to say is like as a Yuri fan as well, I'm a little scared about that. Like I could see a world where fucking like Yuri doesn't even think to block leg kicks, bro.
So hear me out real quick. Yuri's trouble with the leg kicks came from Alex Pereira. It came from Alexander Rakic. It came from guys who fight completely different than the way Khalil Roundtree.
You're saying they're clean strikers and they're going to throw more volume in that. Like Khalil Roundtree's not going to throw 30 leg kicks.
Khalil Roundtree will throw them. He throws the leg kick. Let's not get it twisted. But go watch Khalil Roundtree. When does he throw the leg kick? It's when he's dictating pace. Khalil Roundtree
in trouble. Yeah.
Khalil Roundtree is a fight forward and get the fuck out of the way kind of guy. When he's not feeling it, he stays at distance and you can't get to him. He's too fast. What was Jamal Hill's problem in the Khalil Roundtree fight? That he was never able to reach him. And then Jamal Hill got too stagnant. My point was, if you want to put Jiri Prochazka away, you need one shot to put him away. It's not a volume thing with Jiri Prochazka. That doesn't fucking happen. It's put his ass away.
One shot to get him there, but then you got to finish it.
That's the point, right? But Jiri Prochazka, even wobbled, does not take steps backwards.
Jiri Prochazka, smart.
He is going to fucking swarm Khalil Roundtree. And Khalil Roundtree is too clean of a Muay Thai striker. He loves being at range and popping that leg kick out and just kind of dancing at distance. You're not fucking doing that with Jiri. And then on top of it, it goes back to what you were talking about. And that's, we've seen this guy break. I know you weren't saying it about Khalil Roundtree, but Khalil Roundtree is a guy that we see break. And we've seen him break multiple times.
100%.
Jiri does not break.
If there's a finish between these guys, you're right. It's going to be this fight.
It's Jiri volume finishing Khalil Roundtree, or it's very similar to the Rakic finish, very similar to the Jamal Hill finish, or it's fucking Khalil Roundtree catching Jiri with something massive that puts him out. I still just don't see it. I'm picking Jiri by KO late. I think once Roundtree realizes I can't control this distance and Jiri gets that fucking train rolling after a tough first round, he's going to put him away. And that scar tissue on his nose, that shit's opening back up.
For who?
Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah.
Woo. Yo,
now,
bro.
Yes, real quick.
One thing I noticed about Jiri too is that he, like, you know, I use a grid, right? When the when I put the fights, bro, his shot accuracy has improved. Like when he throws, he's also not just throwing more confidently, but the shit is hitting.
And he has a different power, Harry. He has a different power, man. There's nobody that's been able to take Jiri Prochazka strikes in the UFC. Nobody. Even in the fights he's lost to Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira is not taking those shots very well, specifically in the first fight. But nobody's taking that shit. People have taken Khalil Roundtree strikes. Diaz, who you got in that fight?
I'm glad you asked. I got Jiri, dude. I got Jiri all the fucking way. Pretty fucking confident in that one, to be quite honest with you.
Hell yeah.
I love Khalil Roundtree. I think he's one of the better stories in MMA. For me, this is a fight of chaos versus discipline, right? Khalil Roundtree is a guy, in my opinion, who's outkicked this coverage in a way, but also, like, I don't know. There's so much I like. There's so much I love about both these guys, right? Like, the fact that Jiri like has bought fully into like the samurai or the warrior mentality, I fucking love that, right? Like I just love that, and I believe it, right? Like I can look at him and I can see it. Like he's convinced me that he has bought it, right? And then you look at Khalil Roundtree, who went from being a fat fucking kid, which you know you and I can relate to to now being obviously like at the top of his weight class, right? And he's fucking shredded, and I love his message and all this stuff. So he had great moments against Pereira, right? Like, and also another thing I want to say, and again, if you're getting anything about me, is I love the little things, right? I love the behind the scenes shit. I love that he got fucked up in the striking and then fucking decided to move to Thailand. And it's like, I'm about this fucking life. I'm moving to Thailand to like get my MMA level up. And fuck, he did it, you know? Like,
yep.
I just like, all I'm trying to say is I like when it comes to mentality, which again, as you can see for me is a big part of the fight game. And somebody who's actually trained and fought not professionally, amateurly, like the mental side is so big, right? So I respect both these guys from that level. For me, it's the movement and the feints of Yuri, the leg kicks and the lower body strikes do scare me from Roundtree. And he's so composed, right? Like, and Yuri, like, is he chinny? I still don't have an answer for you on that.
No.
Like,
hell no.
You don't think he's chinny?
No, dude.
I don't think he's chinny either. I really don't. Like, I would say no, because he like look at who he's getting chinned by, right? And also he didn't go down, you know. But
it is what it is, brother. Look,
yeah,
Yuri Prohaska is the better fighter of the two, and it would be a fucking shame if Khalil Roundtree beat him. And I'm talking skill for skill and promotion.
Honestly, I really have nothing else to say because that's exactly what I was about to get at.
And
Yuri is just better. And as much as I love the mentality, I love all this stuff. Yuri's just better, bro. Like, First of all, I just want to say this fight's not going to the fucking ground.
It might. A lot of people have been talking about Yuri shooting a takedown.
He's not doing that. How about this? Yuri could have spent the last 6 weeks pretending like he's going to shoot a takedown, training for it, and the moment the fucking bell rings, it's out the window. It's out the window. There's not a fucking chance. I'll bet my balls on it.
Let's go. How many?
I'm gonna check the odds for one takedown for Yuri. I'm checking it. So we'll do that. Regardless, let's just move the fuck on.
Anyway,
for right
all
now.
I'm trying to say is, I got Yuri. Oh fuck! What was your method, by the way, you guys? Did you both pick Yuri? You both picked Yuri.
TKO.
What round?
Late 2.
For me, 2 or 3. If there's going to be a finish, it's 2 or 3. If there's not a finish by 2 or 3, I think we'll see a decision. So what I'm trying to say is, in my head, it's a 5-round fight. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. My bad, bro. In my head, it's a 5-round fight. I'm tripping.
You thought Khalil was a champion.
No. I just thought like, oh, this is such a sick fight. It's a 5-rounder. But damn. Oh, dude, hold on. A 3-rounder? Dude. Yuri's winning this, and now I'm even more confident. You know what I mean? I apologize, fellas. Yeah, no, come on, dude. As much as I love Khalil, and I know they both like are best in the first 3 rounds, but like, come on.
So we're all with Yuri there. We'll move fast through the rest of this shit. Josh Emmett, Yusuf Zalal. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. 3 years ago, I'm picking Josh Emmett, and it's not very hard. Nowadays, 2025, the year of our Lord 2025, I'm picking Yusuf Zalal. He has improved so goddamn much since he was since that first stint in the UFC. He's very defensively responsible, which is a term I've been using a lot to explain Yusuf Zalal's striking style. He's fast, he's snappy, he's defensively responsible, and then that 3rd round against Calvin Kattar was amongst the most boring striking you will ever see in your life. There was the narrative after UFC 319, which we were at, that was, if you didn't like what Hamzat did, you're a fucking casual. Go watch Muay Thai. Go watch boxing.
Oh, I hated that.
It's not for you.
I hated that.
And first of all, fuck you for saying that. You're the fucking casual.
I can
enjoy what the fuck I want about it. Not you, but in general. Fuck you for saying that. You're the casual. I can enjoy what I fucking enjoy. There are grapplers I enjoy. There are strikers I enjoy. And then there's Yusuf Zalal, who is a boring striker, which is a real fucking thing. Yeah, regardless of the fact.
How about this? That's a casual argument. Like the people that are like, oh, you don't like wrestling. Like you heard this somewhere, bro.
Right.
Like I enjoy good. Like I love GSP.
Right.
Like
Armin Saruki and Mateus Gamrot, one of the best fights ever.
Oh my God. And it's a wrestling fucking fiasco. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Inject that into my veins. There's movement. Like, there's a difference between fucking scramble after like a scramble fest, which is crazy. It almost like that fight looked like it was scripted. It looked like some AW shit.
I'm saying.
Whereas,
So,
like, you watch Hamza, it's like, bro, okay, get off him. Like,
and we were there live.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So look, anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Yusuf Zalal is significantly better than before. He's way younger and he's way faster than Josh Emmett at this point. Yes, power's the last thing to go. Josh Emmett still has nuclear power. I talked to Cody Brundage. Shout out Cody Brundage, friend of the channel. And I was like, when the fuck did Yusuf Zalal get so good? Because he's a training partner of his. And he goes, dude, he's always been that good. He's just now coming into his own. So
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Regardless of the fact, man, I think Yusuf Zalal is highly improved. I think he wins this fight. I'm going Yusuf Zalal by decision. I think Josh Emmett is going to be too slow to catch him. DS, what you got?
Well, first of all, we've got a lot. If you're new to the channel and if you're still here, check out, like, we've got some good interviews on here, dude. Miranda Maverick, Curtis Blades. Like, the Curtis Blade interviews was so fun. Like, I love that. And he's a Chicago boy. Shout out Chicago. Yeah, listen, man. Josh Emmett, for me, the way he's gonna win this fight is very clear, right? Like, it's either he's gonna get a knockout or he's not. Everything that you said about Yusuf Zalal, I fully agree with. I was not sold. I thought he was like just like more of like a behind the scenes kind of guy. And then clearly, like, he's got a lot of talent. I think the early rounds are going to be very telling here, obviously. If you see Emmett have a big first round but not get the finish and the odds tighten, I think that the Yusuf Zalal live bet is great. I think the grappling is a big difference here, man. Zalal, underrated submission skills. Emmett, like, explosive, but like, dude, how old is Emmett at this point?
40.
And 40 years old, bro. In these smaller weight classes, like, the skill level in these smaller weight classes compared to the heavier weight is so fucking drastically different. For me, Zalal decision is like a very clear and obvious play here.
Harry.
Yeah, Zalal, man, no doubt. No doubt. Bro, what is he gonna wait for Emmett to charge that hand? As always, there's so much tape on him, bro, from years and years of just doing the same shit, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And now a 40-year-old Emmett with less speed, like, bro, you're not fucking falling for that as a highly skilled fighter. Like,
yep.
Emmett is gonna frustrate and try and take him down. And then,
but I will say, first round Emmett knockout is a sprinkle, right? Can we agree? Like, that's a sprinkle, dude. Like, what are the odds on that, Dino?
Nah, man, nah. This guy Yusuf Zalal is gonna choke his ass out, bro. Anything on the ground is getting his ass choked out. Look at what Yair did. Come on.
You're right. Anyway,
it is what it is, and I'll look that up for you, DS. But real quick, next fight, we just get through this shit real quick. Joe Pyfer, Abus Magomedov. To me, this one's obvious. This one's very obvious. I think Joe Pyfer is literally better every single where than Abus Magomedov. Even these guys even have the same weakness, which is cardio. However, Joe Pyfer's cardio is still better than Abus Magomedov.
Oh, and I think like 2 tiers better.
2 tiers better. He's more powerful. He hits harder. He's the better wrestler. He's the better jiu-jitsu practitioner.
He's a physically stronger guy.
He's just maybe an inch or two shorter. This is clear Joe body bags.
Shorter, but does he even have a reach disadvantage? And if he does, it's not.
I'm not sure. Joe Pyfer's a slam dunk pick for me.
Harry.
Man, I think Joe Pyfer is very predictable, man.
Yeah.
That jab, his power cross, all this shit that he does.
Don't tell me, bro. You're going with
No, I just think that as a kickboxer, Abus, can, definitely get through the first round. And in that second round, it's going to get tricky. Joe's going to have to take him down, and he can. But I don't think this is going to be as simple as incoming KO. I get it. He faced Gaslam, touched him up. But Gaslam is a short guy, stocky guy that used to fight welterweight. Like, he's not no middleweight,
Let's not forget Abus Magomedov got fucking chinned by Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But let's also not forget that Sean Strickland is one of the most unorthodox fighters in the division. Bro.
Yeah, fair.
Like,
that was years ago. But yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, but I get it, Harry. I get DS.
I pretty much agree with you, man. It's power versus like early round pace for me is what this really comes down to. Boost is gonna like probably throw more volume early on. I think this has fight of the night potential if it ends within the first 2 rounds.
He's gonna
If
get
it
sloppy in the third. Yeah,
I think if we get to the third round, it's gonna be fucking sloppy, and it will not be fight of the night, or even like the latter half of the second. I think Piper's gonna want to cut off the cage. I think he's gonna want to stay in boxing range. I hope that he realizes that he's probably the better and more powerful wrestler because I think he is. I don't. Yeah, like you said, man, I don't see where Magomedov is really better than him. I've seen Magomedov fade in a lot of high pressure fights, and again, the mentality thing comes into play for me here. I know Piper KO is really popular. Yeah, and I keep going back and forth, like late second round KO or decision. I guess I will go with a late second round TKO. I just don't trust the mentality and the cardio of Magomedov. And I know Piper is not like a cardio god, but I think he's had enough experience now, and I've seen enough improvement fight to fight where I trust him just enough more.
facts. And then Fight Talk says Piper money line -260 is a parlay piece.
I just want to say, shout out Fight Talk for just sticking around. We've been here for an hour and a half, and thanks for being here, bro. Like,
fact.
Yeah.
And then, hey, let's push it this way real quick so we can get the fuck out of here. We got shit to do. But real quick, bottom of the card, kind of rapid fire here. First fight, Veronica Hardy, Brogan Walker. I'll just start real quick. I think Brogan Walker, and I've said this on multiple times on this very goddamn channel. Unfortunately, I think she's the worst fighter in the UFC. She's taken on Veronica Hardy, who I think somewhat highly of. I think she's very smart, high IQ. Her husband is very high IQ, and he's her main corner. Shout out Dan Hardy. This is fucking free cheese, but there's one thing to worry about here. -650 is crazy on low to mid-low level women's MMA. And then anytime there's a women's fight, especially a women's fight on a pay-per-view card, and it's the first opening prelim, there's all sorts of fucking bullshit shenanigans going on. Weird decisions.
And this is a hairy, like, we're in the hairy realm of like mindset here. Yeah, but you're right.
Straight fucking brutal robbery decisions and shit like that. So at the price of -650, while I'm 1,000,000,000% sure Veronica Hardy wins, I will not touch this with Harry's fucking dick. What do you guys got?
And I've seen Harry's dick.
I'm definitely betting that shit with my dick. I'm betting it.
Okay. DS?
Actually, here, I just want to say here, I have not seen your dick, nor anyway. I missed those videos.
Fight Talk, hit us up on Instagram, brother. We'll talk about it. He says
Fight Talk, you play 2K, bro. Hop on the game with us if you got a guy.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. Look, man, I think the clinch is going to be a big part of this fight for me, and it basically comes down to what you said. I think Brogan Walker's fucking ass. Yeah. No, this Rizzy. Veronica Hardy, also very attractive. Decision Veronica Hardy.
All right, next fight of the night. This is where our boy was just talking about. Shout out Fight Talk. He said Ramiz Brahimaj, the best underdog of the card, and he's facing Austin Vanderford. If you watch my quick picks breakdown that I did of this fight, I picked Austin Vanderford. I'm sticking with it, but this is a iffy fucking fight, so I get the Ramiz Brahimaj side. Look, this is two grapplers. On the feet, Ramiz Brahimaj, to me, not very skilled, but god damn it, he's got some good power, some underrated power on the feet. And that's kind of the same way I think of Austin Vanderford. The difference and the decision-making that I went with Austin Vanderford, real quick, the reasoning for that was he's the better wrestler. I think Ramiz Brahimaj, while he might be maybe better in the jiu-jitsu, Austin Vanderford is clearly a better wrestler. He's going to dictate whether this fight takes place on the ground or on the feet, and he's going to take it where he has the advantage. So I'm going Austin Vanderford decision. Very tough fight to pick, and if we're talking bets, I want nothing to do with it.
Harry.
Yeah, man. Ramiz got those hands, you know. I mean, not top 15.
Are you picking another underdog right now?
No. I'm saying, this is a coin toss, and I don't like speaking that way, but either.
No, I agree with you on that. I also think like
it's a finish, though. It's a finish. I'll guarantee you that on the feet or in the grappling. That's it.
Bet hit us up on Twitter, Fight Talk. We got that shit, or you can just comment here, whatever you want, brother.
Harry, I do agree with that. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
Ramis, man. He's a cool dude, man. He's from the Bronx, but again, man,
the
anytime
Bronx.
you're from New York, bro, that's a problem, you know?
You know who else is from New York?
Who?
50 Cent. If the beat cocking it up, if the drama really means nothing to me, I'll ride by and blow your brains out. No time to stop it.
That song
No way
is
you
fire,
can
bro.
When fellas run up on you with them things out.
You know who else is from New York? And I'd be remiss if I didn't say it.
You'd be rummies if you didn't say it. Smart.
Yeah, Dennis Bazookia, happy birthday. Dennis Bazookia. Diaz.
Happy birthday, Dennis Bazookia. But also, does he still not follow us?
What's up with that, right? Dennis has promised us 50 interviews. I'm sending him this fucking clip. Dennis, happy birthday, dog.
Dennis, Shiptad, what's going on, brother?
Come on, all that shit. Can we get an interview?
What happened to that boy?
Go for it. Yeah.
Anyway, man, you know what? Now that I just briefly glanced back through the card, for me, I guess the livest underdogs are the guys in the first three fights, right? Well, two of the three at least. But yeah, now looking back on it, I guess he's right. I guess he's kind of right. It is one of the better or one of the more likely underdogs, honestly. So I'm not gonna pick him, you know. But yeah, I get it. Brahimaj, Vanderford, man, shout out Paige Van Zandt though, because she got them things too. Yeah, I think top control is gonna be big here. Minutes versus moments. Vanderford is the cleaner, more repeatable, striking wise fighter. So I understand why he's the favorite. I think the odds are too wide. I think there is value on throwing a sprinkle on Brahimaj, but I'm going to pick Vanderford by KO here. And I'm going to say early third round.
So my understanding is we're all going Austin Vanderford. Ramiz Brahimaj might be worth a bet on the side as a solo, as a plus 235. Yeah, he's a good dog. Yeah, Harry?
Yep.
Okay.
La Musica, the Hairy Frog. You
Boom.
know that hot ass ad lib?
I actually don't.
You don't?
No, I don't, brother.
That's
Shorty
crazy.
got potential. I could be your sponsor. Met her
Period.
backstage at a Summer Jam concert.
Damn. Okay.
Period.
That's how y'all feeling. Puna Soriano taking on Nikolai Veretennikov.
Quick, go.
Crazy
Boom.
fucking odds here again. I don't think this should be minus 250. I don't think it should be plus 205. This is a minus 150 to a plus 115 if I've ever seen it. I'm gonna pick Punahele Soriano for one reason. I think he has a clear wrestling advantage if he decides to use it. But if he doesn't, which he probably won't, because we don't get that from him too often, he's gonna stay on the feet. And then I think it's a coin flip. I think it's literally a 50-50 fight on the feet. So give me Punahele Soriano because he has technically more ways to win. And if he doesn't take it to the ground, he can still win it on the feet. I'm going Puna, I guess, by TKO.
Harry.
Same. Puna Soriano, man. That guy moved down a weight class. He's unstoppable.
Yeah. Are you done? That's all you have to say?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, man, I agree with you guys. I am nervous though, because I will say this. I don't think I've ever when I put my money on it, I don't think I've ever gotten a fucking Punahele Soriano fight right in my life. I think he's always been a parlay buster for me, so I'm not fucking betting this fight. But yeah, I think we will see him wrestle. He's a D2 All-American, by the way.
Yeah.
Early in his career, we didn't see him use it, but it seems like now he's I'm seeing improvements, is what I'm trying to say. I'm seeing genuine improvements in the mindset and the mentality and the cerebral factor of the fight game. I do think you will see him grapple a little bit, and I think that will be the difference here. I'm gonna go Soriano by decision. Yeah, but maybe there's some value on Veretennikov depending on what the odds end at. If you're getting plus 200 odds, that's a sprinkle.
Look, there's a ton of these kind of fights where I don't love the odds, so I'm not going to be parlaying these, but there's a ton of one-offs on this card that I don't mind the underdog. Real quick, Punahele Soriano, Nikolai Veretennikov. I'm sorry, DS. You said Puna has lately been wrestling. He did in his last fight, and that was nice. And you said we never saw it before. We used to see it early on, and then it just went away. It's
when he had that knockout versus
wrestler falling in love with his fucking hands. A story as old as fucking time in this.
A tragic tale as old as time for a lot of guys. Yeah.
On God, bro. We move the fuck on. And holy shit, what an interesting fight. Another fucking 10-7 friend, Patchy Mix, a guy that I've met on 1,000 occasions, taking on Jakub Wiklax, the newcomer from Poland, obviously, with that spelling. Joanna Jacek's fucking dude. She brought him in. She's his manager.
I wish I was her dude, not gonna lie.
She's his mentor and all that. Jakub Wiklax, a champion coming out of Europe. He's a grappler, dude, an aggressive grappler. Good finishing skills, sub over position, which I don't love for him because Patchy Mix is an absolute snake on the goddamn ground. Now, if we look at Patchy Mix's last performance, it is amongst the worst performances we've ever seen for a debuting guy with that much goddamn hype. What a fucking shame. But if you were to believe Patchy Mix and Tatiana Suarez and all them, Patchy claims and she claims they're alluding to injuries. They're alluding to illness. What a fucking disappointment. What a fucking disappointment that fight was.
No matter how you swing it.
Look, I love Patchy Mix. I have to pick him to beat this guy. If he doesn't win, get rid of him. Patchy Mix by decision. He's better on the ground than this kid, and this kid's a ground specialist.
Yep.
Harry.
Yeah, man. Of course, Patchy Mix definitely by submission, man. Submission. Yeah. I mean, this guy works around the perimeter. You know, you saw him against Mario Bautista, and what is this Wozniak kid gonna do? You know, he has no striking, bro.
Wozniak is crazy, brother.
He's only 29. You know, just a boy.
Yep. Yeah, Patchy absolutely fucked everybody. Every fucking body. Fight Talk. DS.
Yeah, look, it's two grapplers, right? So maybe we just see a striking match, you know, like I feel like that's the case a lot of times. And if that's the case, I think Wiklax's chances go up. For me, it's as simple as like, dude, Patchy Mix is the higher level fighter. If Patchy Mix loses this, holy fuck, how much worse are Bellator fighters? Like, get him the fuck out of here. Like, you should be cut immediately if he loses this fight. Wiklax is crafty, but he's like damn near like debuting, right? Like, he is debuting, right?
Yeah.
Against a top level Bellator guy, like, fuck, man. Like, I think if they do get into scrambles and grappling and all that, it's going to be high wire shit, right? We're going to see front headlocks, back takes, mat returns. Like, it has the potential to be a very high level grappling match. I just think Apache's going to be better. Patchy by decision.
So we're all going Patchy. I don't mind minus 278. Moving on, Macy Chasson, a.k.a. Justin
Bieber. I'm sorry, I went a little long there. I apologize.
You're good, brother. Macy Chasson, a.k.a. Justin Bieber, taking on Yana Santos, formerly Yana Kunitskaya. Very simple. Look, Yana Santos, while I love her, I think she's been a fucking treat to watch in this shit world of women's MMA over these last few years. She's an entertaining fighter, but she's old. She's 40 years old. She's taking on Macy Chasson, who is massive. She's big as fuck.
No, she's massive.
Look, she's just a huge lady, and she's a lot younger, and she's a long-bodied striker who's becoming a grappler.
Huge lady is crazy. I don't know why, but
look, I don't know. She might identify as something else. Look, we're not judging here at D107.
She got the boozy fade.
I'm just saying she might look like Alex Hernandez's older brother, regardless of the fact. Regardless of that,
actually.
I'm picking Macy Chasson. I think you have to. Bigger, younger, stronger, likes women more. Give me Macy Chasson by decision.
Harry.
That's the play, man. Definitely. I know the Mayra Bueno Silva, all those fights don't look good. I know she's older. I know she has like some very quirky techniques. We saw the Aldana fight and yeah, man. But Yana Santos, bro, I didn't know she was 40. I was taken back by that. Yeah. That's crazy. So yeah, hopefully she gets her down and just keeps her down and just that's it, man. Just
I'm lying, Harry. She's 35 according to Google, but
she is 35. Okay, so then she does have a shot. She got a shot. She got a shot with her kickboxing.
Bro, her last two wins are beyond washed Misha Tate and Chelsea Chandler.
Yeah, I feel like I think they're gonna use that. That's how they're gonna make money off the prelims, man. I'm gonna fade her. So I'm gonna fade Chase on. We're gonna cash on Yana Santos. She'll be on a 3-fight win streak with good names.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then who are they gonna feed her to? That's really the question. Bantamweight. Yeah, maybe she could get one more fight in and then see if she gets a title shot.
Shout out Giannis. I wish.
Yes,
I hope you're.
Raquel Pennington. Raquel needs a fight.
I hope you're right, Harry. DS.
Yeah, Shawson's going to be too physical. I know that you're blowing the age difference out of proportion, but there was times where Shawson looked like she's a little inconsistent fight to fight, but like there's times where like she's looked like the next big thing. And Yana Santos to me has had like was mostly ass her entire career, and I know like she's beaten some girls that Shawson lost to, but look at what point of their careers, right? So
Macy Chasson only 1 year younger. That's wild.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Wild.
That's an
Wild.
edge.
by the way, from a betting perspective, God, am I not touching this? So also, I don't give a fuck about this fight. This fight means nothing moving forward. I couldn't care less. This is a go pour up a drink, take a shit, take a piss, jerk it off, whatever you got to do, bro. This is like go fucking do your thing. Like this is a trash fight. I don't care at all. I don't give a fuck. So, but Chasson by decision.
We move the fuck on to a fight that's going to be very goddamn interesting. Daniel Willie Cat. He's taking.
I'm not going to pretend like I give a fuck, bro. I'm sorry.
Facts. So Willie Cat versus Jusang Yu. Interesting fight, man. These shoot the box guys have been down as fuck lately. I don't know if the UFC wants to get rid of them. I don't know if the UFC's angry at Charles Oliveira. I don't know what the fuck the deal is, but they are struggling, the UFC, with having that Asian market. They need good Asian fighters. Here's Jusang Yu at plus 120. I could see this going that way. I think this is a very good underdog to pick. I'm still picking Willie Cat. Maybe I'm biased. I see the value in Jusang Yu. Give me Willie Cat by sub. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Shoot the box. I will always be a fucking fan. Harry.
Ju Sung Young, man, on the money line. You're right. So Jung Young Sung, he got knocked the fuck out, right? He got finished. That goes all your good prospects for Korea. So this is the last man standing.
Wait, what? Jusang Yu is undefeated.
No, he got that knockout last time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And Jekka's great, man. He's a
Jekka
good
Seregi.
Jekka Seguri. He's a good kickboxer.
He's ass.
No, bro. His striking is fucking amazing, bro. It's just unfortunate this is MMA.
Here, I love it. You're not gonna convince me that Jekka Sargi is good. He's ass.
No, bro. He's strong, dog. He hits really hard. He's a good fighter.
Oh,
bro.
sure. Okay, yeah. For the weight, yeah.
His Thai boxing is nice, bro. His Thai boxing is nice. But yeah, long story short, this is the guy. It's one of my biggest bets on this card next to Corey Sandhagen. It's this guy. And
Jusang Yu.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it, man. He's got a jiu-jitsu purple belt. He's got great defensive grappling, and yeah, man, he's way too big, bro. Daniel has pulled out of too many fights. The UFC wants nothing to do with him. He's weird. He has a weird personality. Charles don't fuck with him. I'm telling you right now. And he's a kiss ass. He's a brown noser. In addition to that, man, he's moving up in weight, so he'll be slower. His cardio won't be there. The reason why he was successful at bantamweight is because he would bully, against the wall and grapple, and that's kind of how he would get the job done. So, yeah, 100%. It's going to be South Korea's Korean Zombie.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with Harry. This is another discipline versus chaos fight to me. I think Santos is overrated, quite frankly, at this point. Jusang Yu, really good, clean mechanics. He's big as fuck for the division. Long body, good straight shots. I really like the striking. I know Daniel Santos has like the flashy shit, but I think when it comes to the technical side of things, Jusang Yu is just a better striker. For me, this is one of my only underdog picks. I agree with Harry. I just think that if Yu stays behind the jab, keeps the exits clean, doesn't keep his hips squared, he's going to outland and frustrate Santos. I don't think he's going to make it a brawl. If he does, I can see, obviously, Santos winning this. There's a reason he's a favorite. But, yeah, Jusang Yu by KO. I'm going to say by late second round KO.
Bet. We move on. Chris Gutierrez versus Farid Basharat. Look, I'm picking Farid Basharat. I think he's a very, very well-rounded fighter. I don't think there's anything in Farid Basharat's game. This is what I don't like about him. There's nothing in his game that sticks out to me as like, yep, that's That's a trait, dude. Like, he doesn't have crazy power. He doesn't have like crazy wrestling. He doesn't have like crazy jujitsu, nothing. Like, there's
They're
nothing.
again, they're not. Those two brothers are two more guys who are taught how to win rounds.
Facts, and that's what they do, and that's why I'm picking him here. The odds are fucking ludicrous. These odds are crazy.
Yeah.
Chris Gutierrez is way too good and way too much of an underrated fighter to be a plus 330 to Farid Basharat.
Is that what the odds are right now? I'm gonna just check them.
So I'm picking Farid Basharat by decision. I don't mind Chris Gutierrez as a pretty sizable sprinkle at plus 330. He has disgusting leg kicks. And what happens if we find ourselves 2 minutes into the first round and he's caught, he's hit Farid Basharat with 4 leg kicks, and now that explosiveness isn't there, the wrestling isn't fucking there anymore. So Farid Basharat, the official pick, I will be sprinkling a sizable amount on Chris Gutierrez just because I think the line is fucking crazy.
Brother, I think you'll sprinkle even more when you hear that the odds, if I'm not mistaken, have swelled up to minus 425.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Holy fuck. I mean, that's just fucking nuts. Like, there's real value there if that's legit. I'm just trying to double check.
That's what I'm saying. Fight Talk, Chris Gutierrez.
I'm seeing on odds checker minus 450 plus 360. Dude, Chris Gutierrez fucking very good, dude. That's crazy. Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry. Harry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, definitely think that Chris Gutierrez is going to get taken down. So if you could bet a takedown, Farid Basharat is going to get it. Farid is a very good grappler, man. He can wrestle as well. He's been wrestling since he was a kid, and he's got a good center of gravity and very low. So he's gonna definitely stick those legs, and it is what it is, for Gutierrez. I know he's got great takedown defense, but he ain't Jose Aldo. His brother Javid teaches him how to strike, right? Because he's the striker. And yeah, man,
he could have taught himself how to strike before Ricky Simone slumped his ass. But yeah,
damn, he got slumped. I predicted that shit too, bro. Nobody has predicted that. You can find out on YouTube, but yeah.
Hell yeah. So you're going Farid Basharat. Decision here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable betting it with this wide of a fucking odd?
Yes, I am comfortable because I do believe Yana Santos will defeat Chason. And yeah. So
you think that's the dog that fucks everyone's shit up?
It's a likely dog, because again, she's Yana Santos could get this 3-fight win streak against names like Tisha. They got a plan for Misha Tate. They got a plan for her. It's obvious. And then Mason is not that good, bro. Mason is sloppy, dog. Yana is a great kickboxer, bro. She's not K1, like she's not sloppy at all. Like Yana's definitely winning, bro. I'm really persuaded.
DS.
1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Basharat, dude, but yeah, I don't like those odds whatsoever. Like I don't like those odds at all. I do think that Basharat wins this. I do think that it's going to be by decision. I was trying to look for the odds for Basharat by decision just to see, like, because to me there's no value here, and obviously in the money line. If it's fucking minus 450, I think there is a one-off sprinkle, like a single bet sprinkle on Chris Gutierrez plus 360 is fucking crazy. To me, there's been many, like if I think about their careers, when I've seen Chris Gutierrez look at his best from the eye test perspective, he's looked much better than Basharat from a damage standpoint. I'm taking Basharat by decision. I'm not betting this fight. Chances are
Farid Basharat by decision is minus 180 for what that's worth.
That's a parlay piece, but
yeah,
the odds are too wide. But yeah, it's a parlay piece for me.
We move on. Edmund Shabazi and Andre Muniz, a very, very typical striker versus grappler matchup here. Usually I would pick the grappler. Do
you remember how gassed up Andre Muniz was for a little bit there? And I bought in.
And the same thing with Edmund Shabazian.
Oh my God, you're right. But like he was so young though, you know what I mean? Like where it's like, I get why like it didn't happen too much too soon, but like, dude, Muniz was like,
yeah. Look, so a striker versus grappler, very typical fight here. Edmund Shabazian has shown a deficit in his ground game, man. He struggles against wrestlers. Now, while Andre Muniz is a jiu-jitsu guy way more than a wrestler, his wrestling's okay. It's mediocre. I just don't know that mediocre is enough for Edmund Shabazian, who is so much goddamn better on the feet. I think he's sharper. I think he has way more power. I'm going Edmund Shabazian KO round 1. I think he avoids the takedown, but this fight is one of those where it's like, hey, whoever wins this fight, it's going to be so obvious in hindsight, right? It's going to be like, of course.
I love when you say that, and you're always right on that.
Yeah, so whoever wins this fight is going to win dominantly. Whoever wins this fight is going to look like they were supposed to win, and whoever loses...
It was like drafting CMC this year in fantasy football. Like, there's really not a world where he was going to be like a middling running back. He was either going to be one of the best players in the league or nothing.
Damn, and Fight Talk says Shabazian by KO all day, another new father. Him and Punahele Soriano both had their babies on embedded today with each other, I believe.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I'm going to fucking parlay that. Why not? Hey, DS, Harry, who's next? Harry.
What we got?
Shabazian Muniz.
Yeah, man, I like what this guy from the chat group is saying. That by KO, that's fucking nuts.
That's my pick. KO round 1.
Yeah, let's go, man. I'm sticking to that.
I'm gonna go. Classic grappler striker. I'm gonna go Shabazian round 2. I think he's like a post hype sleeper, if you will. You said KO round 1. I'm gonna go KO round 2. Muniz is just not who we thought he was. Shout out Chicago Bears. Shout out Dennis Green. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. And then, since we talked about the main card, there's one final fucking prelim left in this disaster of a matchup. We have Ateba Gautier taking on the fucking newcomer, Tristan Vines, okay?
What are the odds?
There are no odds out yet, Harry, for that fight. Now, some people who are new to this fucking shit might be like, who the fuck is Tristan Vines? Where did he come from? And you're right in asking that question, because where did he come from? Literally fucking nowhere. Came from some promotions that I've never heard of. And then before that, the last time we actually saw him somewhere that mattered was in CFFC, where he got knocked the fuck out in 20 seconds by Raheem Forrest. Now, Raheem Forrest, a good fucking fighter, a former champion at CFFC.
You're throwing the word around good, like, okay.
That's
but,
fucked
Raheem
up.
Forrest is solid. Raheem Forrest is a really solid fighter. But regardless, this guy's coming from the middle of nowhere, off the couch on 5 days' notice to fight Ateba Gautier, who is the most hyped up African prospect.
Knockout artist.
Right, that we've seen in a while. Mini Ngannou. This is
Wait,
Ateba
you
Gautier.
didn't like the fight against Ratavius Thrasher?
Bro, that's actually low-key one of my favorite fights of
Who
all
was
time.
an 0-7 Ratavius Thrasher in about exactly a year ago?
Wild. And then after that, Ethan Hughes and Robert Hale, and God knows where these promotions are.
AFC and NFC, brother. He was in all the conferences.
He just played football.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Ateba Gautier, first round knockout. The star continues. UFC is going to build this kid.
The odds are not out, but those odds, there's going to be no value in that. First round, Ateba Gautier.
It's going to be minus 1,000 Ateba Gautier.
For the knockout.
Knockout's going to be minus 600.
Yeah. Yep.
Harry, I know you love this kid.
Yeah, dude, he's a machine, bro. He's gonna knock him the fuck out.
DS, do you have anything crazy to say?
No, I mean, Ateba Gautier is getting the first round knockout. Like,
all right, so no Tristan Vines picks here.
No.
God damn, bro. I thought maybe you'd be the one. You know what I'm saying? Fight Talk says Gautier in 60 seconds. You can bet that shit, by the way.
Not on DraftKings.
They let you bet it on DraftKings.
Okay, Fight Talk. What are the odds on that?
It's not up yet. There's no odds yet. But I'm saying once the odds drop on Thursday night, you'll be able to bet that.
Period.
You'll be able to bet first minute knockout. So if you're feeling froggy, brother, fucking leap on it. But yeah, so as far as underdogs, shockingly, not a card I'm very underdog heavy on.
I only picked one. Did you pick any? You didn't pick.
I don't know that I did. Let me see.
You picked a single one.
And usually I pick like 3-4.
Depends. Yes.
Yeah, I don't have a dog in this one. I have a lot of dogs in this card. I just don't have any underdogs, which is crazy. DS, we got to submit our picks to the MMA Instagram.
Let's talk about that tomorrow. Hit me up.
Influencer thing. We got to submit our picks. Harry, talk to the people. Where can they find you, dog?
ProSchmoBets.com, brother.
ProSchmoBets.com. You can find Harry
On
there.
Instagram.
all that. It says it at the bottom. Follow Harry on Instagram. You should also follow Harry on YouTube. Same way it's spelled right here, Pro Schmo Bets. Then you should also follow us on YouTube if you haven't done that already. Please like and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. DS.
I just want to say Harry has the whole team and brings a very different perspective. And he's got the gun to the head parlay that we always do here that people love. Yeah, I just Harry's my guy. I respect Harry and I love hearing his viewpoints. So if you want to hear something different and something that Harry and his team, like he's got a whole team, right? Like, so
Harry, do me a favor.
Yeah.
I'm big screening you, brother. I don't know if you don't want to do it. You didn't give us a gun to the head.
ooh.
Man,
The
you
gun to
know,
the
You
head,
have
Corey-
one?
It's got to be Corey Sandhagen, isn't
it's
it?
2 fucking guns today. 2 fucking guns. It's the Korean zombie and it's fucking Corey Sandhagen. Let's fucking go.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
He
Harry.
pulled out the double ballers, my boy.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Ju Sung Yu and Corey Sandhagen. That's crazy. All right. I knew it would be Corey, which is ballsy as fuck. I do respect that. How about this? If Corey wins, you don't owe me a steak anymore.
Let's go.
But if he does, I want my fucking steak, bro.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Damn. I wish we had Chris here because Chris would be down for some double or nothing.
Next time.
action.
Next
Does
time. Our boy,
Double or nothing.
you know Dana Black, by the way. Like, if you guys follow Dana Black, I'm sure if you're MMA fans, you probably do. Dana Black is on here with us. Like, Fight Talk only. If you fuck with Dana Black, he should have been here tonight. He's been on the last couple of weeks, so we get him on here. MMA Joey hops on sometimes. So just shout out to the community.
Shout out to the community. I love what we're doing. Guys, follow us on all socials. Fight Talk. I know you said you're on Twitter. We have a Twitter. Follow us on there. You can send me a message. We'll get it. Or comment some shit on one of our YouTube videos if you want to talk. We could definitely link up with some shit. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. We went on for fucking 2 hours. I still want to do so much more this week, guys. I want to talk so much.
Yeah,
about
we will.
hard. So we'll see what's good. That right there, there.
Let us know if you have something that you think we should do. Like if you have an idea for this week, like you want us here, whatever, let us know.
Facts. That right there is my partner at D107 MMA. His name is DS. That right there is Harry from Pro Schmo Bets. Just gave us the double gun to the head. I hope you're wrong, Harry. I hope you're wrong. And my name's Dino Bam Bam. This was D107 MMA. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Love y'all. Peace.
All right, fellas, man. As always, it was